All right. So I didn't give the powers to you guys. I'm sorry I missed that. But let's do that right now because I have to be in the same room with you to give you. Actually, I have to be in the main room to give you powers. So Peggy, Karen.
Vincent, did you know this is being recorded?
I was going to do that joke to Susan, but I don't know. It just slipped my
I
mind.
beat you to it.
You beat me to it. You did. You are the
Karl, Gail.
best.
That's right.
Canadians sticking together.
Canadians.
It's Canadians.
Well, okay.
Elbows up, Vincent.
All right.
I want
Yeah.
a elbows up sticker or something.
Somebody explained where that came from.
Please explain. Where did
It
that
was
come from?
Hockey.
you can explain
Isn't it
Hockey
hockey?
reference.
It's
hockey
hockey.
reference. Yeah.
Hockey.
It's a hockey
Of course
reference.
it's hockey. Why
One
did
of
I have
their
to ask?
hockey players, one famous
Oh.
hockey player always used to put his elbows up like this and it makes it harder to get
And that's
past.
what they smash the opponent's player's face and take their teeth out with their elbows.
It's when you're going into a
Teeth? What
check
are you
or
talking about? Those teeth are long
fight.
gone.
Canadian informing us.
Oh, there's a Canadian informing us?
Yes, Kat.
Yes, me.
But,
Hi,
go ahead.
Canadian hockey fan. Hockey in the background. Yeah, it's when you're going into a fight, you keep your elbows up so you
Yep.
protect yourself.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just to
So
check them and
She
I'm
was
curious to know
woman-splaining.
Women's splaining.
She was
If-
Canadian
if-
splaining.
if I'm in the
Canadians
know, what are you going to talk about on Saturday, Susan?
Oh, I don't know. Make up something.
You're I thought-
I'm
What?
I'm gonna send my slides to her tonight.
Oh, okay.
No, for week and reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just
I'll send her.
curious.
I'll send her the slides tonight. I've got them tonight. I just want to go over them again before I send them because I think that what will happen is the slides I send are the slides I'll do on stage, and I don't like to change them on people. And in the past, I've done it. I've given the slides in advance, and then I've handed them a stick, the day before or whatever, and I didn't check. And I said, "This is I've rearranged it, and I've gone up, and it's the old one." So,
But you haven't even decided what topic?
oh no, it's all done. No,
Well, that's all Vincent was asking is what topic you're going to talk about.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's going to be psychics and Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. Psychics. You can
I was
volunteer.
teasing him by
for
saying I
something.
don't really know. I do.
Ah,
I know.
yeah.
So the
Well,
psychic-
you never gave me the topic for the skeptic camp, which is a week later. So
I did give it to you. Adrian just
When?
asked this morning, just a little bit ago, a few minutes ago.
Did you email it to me?
No,
I wish I could go to the
I
skeptic.
predicted it's psychics
Apparently
and
I
Wikipedia.
no, it's going to be just psychics because I don't have as much time as I do for Wikipedia.
So this
Well,
is how
Vincent, I
psychics-
am hoping to have it
So-
recorded so you can potentially see it. And
It'll be
Then
the
we'll
same
do
thing I'm
something
doing at Week in
calendar.
Reason, except half of
Yeah.
my presentation. So it'll be fine, you guys. It's cool. Don't worry about it. I
So
do
it'll
this-
be about how psychics predict what will be on Wikipedia.
No. It have nothing to do with Wikipedia. Okay, so let's get our team names. Jane, Paul T, Peggy, and Rob. Who are you guys playing tonight?
Who are we playing tonight?
Oh, you guys had to come up with your own team name, huh?
Oh, we did. I thought I put it in the chat. Why don't I see it now? Oh no.
I don't think you did.
I
No.
see. Most
I think
people
we're-
think the T-Rex can't clap because they have really short arms, but it's really because they're all dead.
Okay, well, what was the team name? Jane came up with it.
Well, I didn't really. All I said is I'm not that invested in a team
Team
name.
name in team names.
And so our team name is we are not that invested in
Team
a
names.
team name.
Okay,
Team
somebody put it in the chat so I can just
Yeah.
copy and paste.
I'll type it.
I don't want to
Okay.
have to think like spelling and stuff. All right, Brandy and Kyle, Carolyn, Janine, Jim, and Karen.
Dinosaurs, drywall, and dogs. Oh my. What about the cat?
Okay, somebody had a little bit of fun in your room.
Well, we had a
Okay.
conversation and that encapsulates it.
Okay, what about the cat? What cat?
Carolyn has a cat.
Oh yeah, she's got two cats. They're very
one's in her arms right now.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, Ben, Celia, Karl, Cat, Paul, C.
So that group has the cat too.
Yes, just spelled differently. That one's good.
Thank you.
Balls has left the chat.
I
Oh,
don't get it. What's that about?
let's have some more go.
He's been removed as National Security Advisor.
Aw, darn.
He didn't do anything wrong at all. They just wanted him to do something else.
And you know that
Has
whole group
nothing to do
chat
with
where the
adding
journalist
a reporter
was
to the Signal chat.
Which none of them should have been on in the first place. But
Right.
Using his real phone. Good God. Okay, anyway. Avi, Eve, Gail, Norman, and Vincent. I'm not paying attention to politics. I knew that.
Group 4. So we do not. We do need to come up with a name because we don't have Jamie.
Gail, make sure you let him know that the team name became him.
That's actually the genesis of our team name too, because they said, "Well, he's not here. What are we going to do?" And Jane said, "No, I'm not that invested in team names."
He's gonna love it. I will text him right after we're finished.
Okay.
that's fun.
and
All
Mark
right, so
actually
I
had,
hope make him feel better.
actually
So,
had
so two of the teams have names associated with him making up team names.
that's funny.
Between Paul and Celia, we had, was it 4 or 5 names to choose from?
Oh.
Or was it 5? Yeah, no. Well, it was mostly Paul. I had one and he had the rest. And they were really good. That was actually a hard choice. So we should have shared some with the other
Yeah,
two.
we have some spare if you
we
need
have
them.
some spare. We have a spare team name. Okay, so here we are. We are in game 266. No. 266, I think. 200, is that right? 200? I think so.
You say 256,
266.
258.
266. Yeah, 66. Okay. Oh, here comes Kevin. Primera de Mayo 2025. So the 1st of May, 2025. We have 4 teams that are vying for the big kahuni of team trivia. I still haven't heard from anybody. Hi, Kevin. I still haven't heard from anybody if they have had these long conversations with people about how exciting it is that they have won trivia last week, in random places, your barber, you're getting your tires changed and you're just bragging about it.
Well, I have somebody who's going to start joining trivia, but probably not until July. So I have been having conversations, but because they're East Coaster, but they're moving to the Central Time Zone.
Oh, okay.
It'll make more sense then, but yeah.
Okay.
I'm in Pittsburgh and I left the Andy Warhol Museum saying, I got to get to my trivia game.
Yeah. But nobody's bragging about winning or anything like that.
Because I haven't freaking won. Fuck, I can't just lie.
I was at the White House advising Trump.
Only if you're U.S. president.
I thought what you guys would be doing is you'd be saying, people would say, so how's your day? And then you would say, oh my gosh, we won trivia this week. That's what I thought.
I was at the White House advising Trump, and he said, I'm the best trivia player.
We should invite him.
He might come in some night and kick our asses.
Okay, so Kevin, you are now on Team 1, which is we're not that invested in team names, versus dinosaurs, drywall, and dogs. Oh my, what about the cat? Versus Mike Waltz has left the chat. Versus we do need to come up with a name because we don't have Jamie. So we have 4 teams vying for competition today in game number 266. So let's see who's the winners and how we're going to shake this out. I think this is the last game you're going to see me on for, oh my gosh, unless I show up, in a hotel or something, watching the game, which of course I will try to do, but I don't know exactly, but I won't be running the game from this time on. So we're going to need you guys to step up and make sure that we have all our categories covered every week for.
Did Ben say he was going to take the 8th?
Yeah.
I put it in the chat that
I can take the next one. Then I'll take the 15th.
Okay. We'll talk about it in a little bit. Karen, are you in that? Yeah, Karen's there. Okay, good. So let's get started. We're going to start off with Peggy, who's going to go first. And she says she's never been first before, but you're number 1, Peggy, as far as I'm concerned.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm number 1 today. Tonight's category is inspired by recent papal frenzy events. So we were doing popes on film.
Like not popes on rope, soap ropes, or
no, not soap on a rope.
Pope on a rope.
Pope in a movie.
Not popes on parade.
Nope, not that either.
Popes in movies. Oh, okay, very good. Popes on film. Oh,
Rope-a-dope.
wait, this is clean, right? I don't have to like pause the video or anything right that.
No, it's clean.
Not that kind of.
Think. Okay, number one. This 1991 British comedy film starring Robbie Coltrane as a low-ranking priest who is mistakenly elected pope was originally titled The Pope Must Die. This title caused a lot of controversy, so when it was released in Canada and the US, the title was changed by one letter to what? Number two, Italian actor Paolo Stoppa portrayed Pope Alexander III in this 1964 British historical drama starring Peter O'Toole and Richard Burton. Both lead actors were nominated for Best Actor Oscars, only to lose to Rex Harrison for My Fair Lady. And I haven't muted anybody, and everybody's being so good. Thank you so much. They're all just talking under their breath. Oh, God damn this category.
Babble, 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 babble.
Brilliant.
Babble.
Okay.
Babble.
3 more coming up. Number 3, what 2-time Oscar-winning Mexican-born actor played the Pope in the 1968 film based on a best-selling book, The Shoes of the Fisherman? Number 4, Rex Harrison played Pope Julius II opposite Charlton Heston's Michelangelo in this 1965 film based on a best-selling novel. Number 5, in this 2009 film in which Tom Hanks thankfully improves upon his previously abysmal haircut in the prequel, nobody plays the Pope because he just died or was murdered. And somehow a canister of antimatter is involved in the story arc.
As one does.
Yeah, as happens so often in movies
The
about
antimatter is always in the way. What a pain.
Okay, so there's an anti-pope involved.
Oh.
Oh, geez.
Number 6, in this 1999 film, which is part of a series, the new pope is poisoned with tea. Another character is poisoned by a birthday cannoli. And Vatican banking shenanigans are also part of the story. Number 7, in this
1990 or 1999?
Did she say 1999?
I think you said 1999.
I'm pretty sure I said 1990. If I didn't, I apologize. And it says 1990, and I'm going to trust my written notes.
Okay. Sorry.
Number 7, in this 2019 film, both Jonathan Pryce and Anthony Hopkins play popes. Number 8, in this 2024 Oscar-winning film with a distracting twist ending, we see the process of papal selection and the nasty politics involved in the background. So I need 9, 10, and there's a bonus, but it doesn't really count for points.
The best kind.
Tease.
It's there for, comic relief. Okay, number 9. In the 2009 film Pope Joan, based on the novel of the same name, which in turn is based on an apocryphal story of a woman masquerading as a man to become Pope, this unlikely actor, famous for portraying a TV sitcom dad and a friend of the dude, portrays Pope Sergius II. Mm-hmm. Number 10, Jude Law starred as a pope in this 2016 satirical drama series on HBO about crazy papal behavior, and then he also starred in the sequel. The bonus for no points is, what foul and pestilent congregation of vapors would boil and plague sore whoreson, what scum-sucking orc from Mordor recently declared his desire to be named pope?
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna clip that video just to that little line. To see if we can make it go viral.
I can guess who you're referring to, though I have not heard this for a fact, but I'm astounded if that is.
I saw it. I saw it.
We'll be talking about it.
He said it. He says he's joking.
Oh my God.
Only if he could be the last pope.
Oh my God.
Okay, any questions before we open everything?
Kevin, look at Kevin's look at Kevin's picture with Waldo on it. Oh, that's funny. Okay.
See you bye.
Bye. See you bye. See you bye. Be seeing you.
Don't be here. Don't be here, Peggy. You can watch this one, this group on the recording. Go
That's what
go
that
have fun in other groups.
She wants to see our expressions.
Okay.
I know surprisingly few of these, but I know a few.
Oh, you do?
Why surprisingly? Why
Well, because they're
surprisingly?
movies, and I'm pretty good at movies, but I only know a few.
The only one I know for sure is that one.
5?
Oh, good. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think number 1 is the Pope Must Diet. They put a T.
Oh, because I remember a movie called The Pope Must Die. So that confused me. So, but that's good. That's a good answer.
Could it
Could have also been the Papa Must Die for some reason.
There's only one letter changes. The Pope
Yeah.
Must Diet? You gotta be kidding. Well, that's that changes everything in the movie.
Really?
I think that's a great answer. I remember there being a movie called The Pope Must Die.
But I think that was an American film. This is a British comedy.
I remember it being yeah, you're right, Robbie Coltrane, but I remember there being a comedy movie called The Pope Must Die.
This is the Weird Al Yankovic version where he has to diet.
Well, it makes
Anyway,
sense in
that's a
that,
great
in that
answer.
it's kind of funny and it still makes sense.
Yeah.
One letter's changed, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it say, oh, it says the title was changed by one letter. Okay, that
Yeah.
still fits, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what this one is.
I loved My Fair Lady, but that's about as far as I get.
This one I have seen.
I do know I mean, no, I don't know number 3, but I think I know number 3.
What is it?
Well, I think The Shoes of the Fisherman starred Anthony Quinn.
Is he Mexican?
I don't know.
Quinn Mexican?
I don't know. I've never seen the movie, and I don't know if he's Mexican, and I don't know if he played a pope.
Could have changed his name.
He is famous. He could be.
Yeah, in his era, he would have changed his name.
Absolutely, yeah. All right, I also saw this movie, and I don't remember. Freaking God.
Rex Harrison. Wow. He was in one of my favorite movies of all time, All About Eve.
Oh, man.
But he did not play Pope Julius II.
Did he play Eve?
No. He played a theater. Very, very scary.
No, all right.
I'm curious about 8 because
I do know
Oppenheimer won the best
Now,
film.
this is being advertised on Netflix, and everyone's telling me to watch it, and I think it starts with a C.
Yeah, it's Conclave.
It is Conclave. I saw it at the theater. It was fantastic.
Yeah, Karen was talking about this. She said she just watched it the other day, and she was telling me about it.
Yeah,
It was excellent. Every shot.
That's
like
the exact description of what people have been telling me. So this has to be it.
So
really
with-
okay.
Movies you're talking about, Paul, I think we're in 2023. Oppenheimer and Barbie.
I thought it was last year's. Okay.
I think
I
it's
could be
you're
wrong.
off here because they did. Wasn't it 2 years ago, you guys?
What?
Oppenheimer and Barbie were 2023.
That's when they were released, but it was last
What
year's
it- what-
Oscars.
which- yeah, well,
I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking.
Conclave did not win the.
Conclave just came out.
Well, yeah, but it
could have
was
won like an
nominated
Oscar
for Best Picture, but it
for
did
best
not win.
production or something.
It
that's
won
true.
something else.
Yeah,
Okay.
like best music, like musical
Fantastic.
score or something.
Okay, so this was a psychological thriller. I remember vaguely seeing the trailer, and I never went to see it.
Wasn't it where they were talking to each other? It was like
Yeah.
a conversation.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Wasn't it just like a white? And then they just are sitting there talking to each other, and it's called The Two Popes or something.
Could that have been it?
I don't know.
I remember seeing.
I don't know
something
what it
about
is.
Well, we got no other names.
If I came up with this don't trust me because I just kind of
Well,
think that's
unless
what I
somebody
would
I
else
know
has
what, I
the-
know what number 10 is if we're skipping around.
Yeah, yeah. What is it?
The Young Pope. I did watch that.
Great.
And then, of course, we know who the bonus is.
Yeah, and then we
The
know
actor is.
I can't believe he actually said that. He actually said that, huh?
No, I'm surprised that he doesn't say that all the time.
Oh my God.
I
Number
mean,
9, the
the
actor,
guy's
but they
gone.
want to know the movie.
Brain
You
is
didn't
mush.
you didn't write in the answer for the bonus, did you?
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, is she literally, is she not going to give us points for
No
it?
points. First thing right there.
Okay, all right.
Damn it.
Number 9 is John Goodman, but I don't know what the movie is.
Here comes Deborah.
Well, tell me something about the movie and then I'll know. Oh, is that the dude? That's
No. The Dude is another movie.
What's the friend of the dude? Was he in the dude?
John Goodman's in the movie with
the Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski, yeah.
Oh, okay, that movie. I didn't know he was in that. Okay, I've never seen
So what is this saying then?
the name of the movie.
The name of the movie. It's John Goodman, but I don't know what the name of the movie is.
Did I ask him for the actor of the movie?
No, they want the name of the movie based on the novel of the same name.
2009.
Ugh, no recollection of that happening.
Yeah.
A woman masquerading as a man to become Pope. And John Goodman is in the movie. Is that what it's saying?
Yes.
Pope Joan. That sounds a little
Goodman did call King Ralph. Was that about being a king or was it about
No. Well, I mean,
it wasn't about the Pope, was
I
it?
haven't seen that for. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I
So
saw
John
that years ago, but
John Goodman played the Pope in this movie.
Is it a comedy? Because you guys know what that Pope Joan is, right? It's a chair.
Try that. Pope
That was a
Joan.
joke. It was a rumor that it was a chair that that the Pope would sit in, and it had no bottom on it, and somebody could put their hand up the bottom of the chair and
Oh.
look at genitals.
Wait. So they are asking for the name of the person because they gave the name of the film right here.
Oh, well, John Goodman.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Susan.
And I
'cause
wasted
Susan
all
said
that
it and I saw it
discussion
there.
about
Okay,
a
we
chair
read
with
that
a
wrong.
hole in it.
I read it wrong.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. This unlikely actor is the question. Yeah. Yep, that's good.
So do we have 6?
We don't have 6. We don't have 4. We don't have 4 or 6. 2, 4, or 6 so far.
2, 4, 6, like the Star Trek movies.
Yep, 2, 4, or 6.
Boy, that
the good ones.
That except for the year, that sounds like the movie Foul Play.
Which one?
Number 6.
Well, she did say she might have said 1999. Would that have been the right year?
No, it goes back to the
That would
late
be like in
70s.
the 70s.
Well, maybe it redid.
Maybe it's a remake of Foul Play.
And it's also it's also part of a series. Interesting. Okay.
Could it be FOWL?
No.
What?
I don't think it's right, but that's my only
a
guess
bird?
because there was a
Foul play.
1970s movie they tried to kill the Pope.
Foul play. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Foul play did happen.
And they
That
had
was the
bank
70s.
problems too.
A birthday cannoli. I'll never see a cannoli again the same.
All right, 4. Rex Harrison playing the Pope. Michelangelo.
All about Eve. All about the Pope. All about
Steve.
Michelangelo.
Best-selling novel.
Oh, 2 minutes. Oh. I know I saw this. Oh, crap.
Charlton Heston's Michelangelo.
Yeah, no, the whole thing was painting the Sistine Chapel.
So how about
Oh man.
Mike and Julius?
Uh,
The Pope and I.
no. No.
Pope on a rope with Mike.
Oh,
Mickle.
I'm gonna kick myself when I hear this one. I've probably seen this one multiple times. Ugh. All right, and number 2. I've never heard of this one.
Yeah.
Oh, with My Fair Lady. Gosh, what could it be? Richard Burton. Cleopatra. 1964 British historical drama.
What?
Cleopatra was historical.
Yeah, but they
Richard
didn't
Burton wasn't in it. No Pope and Cleopatra. They missed the opportunity. That would have been brilliant.
But there could have been something like, it could have been something about like the Tudors or something, or
yeah, and the Pope is a small part.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I don't know.
For Richard Burton and Peter O'Toole. The Menagerie, the Glass Menagerie. I don't know. That was fun.
You guys did good.
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
You didn't hang out in our room very long, Peggy.
I was,
Deborah.
yeah, I know. You did
Yeah.
good.
In our group,
We
we
were
had one
entertaining.
person.
May we give wrong answers for number one after you've given the real answer?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I love your first slide.
Oh, okay.
Look at George.
So, Chat GPT.
He looks amazing. So
The white
Oh,
smoke says there's a
God,
new
is in
pope,
trouble.
and the new pope is Pope George.
Yay!
He's pretty cute as a pope.
Yeah,
Look,
He is adorable.
he has his paw out so you can kiss the ring, but I should,
How is
But I
that
don't see a ring.
standing
I
up?
don't
I know
see
I
a
should
ring.
have added that. I
He's
forgot
not
that.
holding the stick. How is that standing up?
It's a miracle. It's a Catholic miracle, Susan, clearly.
The Catholic
the
miracle.
Pope must
We did
die.
it, guys.
Pope. So number one is diet.
Is this
Oh.
it?
The
So,
Pope.
so a wrong answer was Janine or someone said Pope must die. He was going gray. He had to die.
Oh,
Oh.
DY. Oh, I like it. That's good.
Or the Pope must lie.
That was the one I came up with.
I think we came up with that one too.
Did
Yeah,
anybody
I'm
I heard
say
that
amazed
one
that I
in
guessed
too.
We
right.
liked diet, so we
They
stayed
do
back.
lie, popes.
is that Stephen Colbert in the red?
No.
No. Oh Lord.
What?
Is this
Number
Has anybody
two
seen it? Okay.
is Beckett.
Oh, I have heard of this.
It's a wonderful old-fashioned kind of epic with great scene stealing and chewing and things.
Chewing?
Chewing, yeah. Both of them
Over the
together
top
are great.
acting.
Really
I've never heard
something.
that phrase.
Well, Peter O'Toole does. Richard Burton is actually uncharacteristically pretty tame, so it's fun to watch him in a tame role.
Apparently, Susan is not a fan or knowledgeable about the certain actor in Star Trek's acting.
No.
Number three was Anthony
that.
Quinn.
So he's from Mexico.
He was born in Mexico, yeah.
He played
Really?
sort of the Greek. He is not Greek.
I always liked him.
I know.
Quintero.
too, Deborah.
I think his name is Quintero.
Oh, that makes
Could
sense.
be, yeah. Number
That's
four, the
cool.
agony and the ecstasy.
Oh, I knew it. Damn it.
I remember that
Damn
one.
it.
Yeah.
I
gotta be
think I
old,
know.
but-
I've seen that film several times and I couldn't remember the name.
When will it be done? When it is finished?
Yes. Damn it.
I love
doesn't-
that line.
It doesn't turn up much these days. Like you can't really see it as an old movie. I haven't seen it in ages.
Is
I've
it good?
never-
Yes.
It's good, it's watchable. It's Charlton Heston
Yeah.
not being gay and Rex
What?
Harrison not being gay, and
What?
well, he's playing Michelangelo. Michelangelo was famously quite gay.
Was he? Was he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And he nowhere in the film does he say, "Get your damn dirty paws off me, you damn dirty apes," or something. So yeah.
I don't think he does.
No.
Number five is Angels and Demons. I just put a picture of the old haircut on the right, just how bad it was, and the new haircut wasn't that much better, but it was better.
You say it's pretty bad on the left too.
Yeah, it's not so much better, but it's a little
Inter-
shorter.
Interesting
Actually, on
trivia
the
on
left,
that. I read the novels as they came out, and they're in the reverse order of how they filmed it.
Right.
Ah,
That's
Ah.
Yeah.
Really?
In the
Yeah.
left-
we discussed that in our round.
number six, I heard somebody mention Godfather, but then they thought it must be a comedy because of a Peggy-ism. Here's a discussion we'll have to have later about
So
Shan.
instead, Peggy, we ended up with Ernst goes to the Vatican.
Ernest saves the Vatican.
You know what I mean,
Oh,
Vern?
excellent.
Good call, Karl.
With that, that's great, Cass.
There's a really interesting whole couple of scenes about the cannoli, the poison cannoli. Which,
We should have known with the cannoli.
yeah,
That sounded like so much like
gave you the Italian thing.
poison cannoli.
Number 7 is the two popes.
Oh,
Yes.
I
I'm
haven't seen it.
shocked. I am shocked. I had an answer.
Wow. Thank you, Susan.
Well done, Susan.
I'm shocked.
Number 8 is Conclave.
Karen said she
Yeah.
loved
good movie.
It's it's a solid, really good film. And it has this weird twist ending, which
Needless, yeah,
No
pointless
spoilers. No
ending.
spoilers.
I don't want to spoil it. Just
I saw it
like,
coming.
what the fuck was that?
Well, Carl.
Number 9
does is the twist ending that the bonus answer becomes Pope?
No.
Please,
Yeah.
no,
Thank God. Number 9 is John Goodman.
Yeah.
And number 10 is The Young Pope, which was some
Yay.
big show on HBO, which I never
Really,
seen.
really good show.
Is it good? Yeah, I got to check it out.
As is the follow-up series, The New Pope, with
Right.
John Malkovich as the Pope.
Oh,
Boy.
and this is the bonus.
Oh,
Oh, yuck.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
Although
Okay,
you know, to
you
be
can-
honest with
You can have George back now.
Oh, yeah, my eyes. That's
Much,
better.
much better.
Nice.
Well, when it comes to damage control, with my apologies to all the Catholics in this world, many of whom are good people, I would actually rather he be Pope than president.
I know,
I
he could do
absolutely
less
would.
damage, right?
That's exactly
He'd have a lot
right.
more people around him telling him what he could do
Oh,
Or what he couldn't do.
and what he couldn't
He
do.
would
It'd probably
rather be
take him a
Pope
lot
than that.
longer to get dressed.
Can you imagine what his Pope mobile would look like?
But just to be
They're
clear, there's no points for
advertising
that
on it.
bonus, right?
diamonds. Hey, was number 7? No, wait. Number 5, Angels and Demons, because I walked out of the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, and
That
I'll
was
put the answers
fun.
in too. Sorry.
I love it. I
No
love
points
it.
for the bonus, though, right?
No.
Yeah, I don't know how I could with the
Yeah.
clue, but
And Rob, you said you haven't seen the video. It is on video, a close up of him in profile off camera. They're asking him about it. And he says, well, I prefer something like, well, I would prefer as me. I'd like to be me. And there's like dead silence. So then he goes on to something else. It's like, we're not amused by you anymore,
That was
mofo.
awkward.
We never were amused by him.
My God.
No.
You're not
You're not
funny.
amused.
He's creepy.
Very.
Yay, Peggy.
Peggy,
Let's
your
do- that was
clue-
well done.
Your
Okay.
clue was fabulous. Your adjectives are absolutely brilliant.
I stole
love her
most of
AI.
those from Shakespeare.
Oh, well,
Those are mostly Shakespearean insults,
a good steal.
except for the orc part.
Well, very well put together.
So let's do our scores. So we have we do need to come up with a name because we don't have Jamie.
6.
Dinosaurs, drywall, and dogs. Oh my. What about the cat?
6.
Ooh. Mike Waltz has left the chat.
9.
Ooh.
Oh.
You will not be getting the next team member. And Peggy's own team. We're not that invested in team names.
Well, she didn't sink the team. We got 7.
Yay.
All right. So average of 7.0. So when the next Pope dies, we need another category like this. Hope they choose well. We'll still be playing trivia probably by then. So that'll be great. So next we have Karen up.
Excellent. Thank you
I,
very
I
much.
hear Trump is making calls to all the cardinals.
Okay. So the category is Mark Carney talking with Jon Stewart.
What?
I will elaborate. I will elaborate on that. Economist and former governor of the Bank of England and Bank of Canada and Bank of England, Mark Carney is now the newly elected Prime Minister of the great nation of Canada. 3 months ago, he chatted with political commentator and TV host Jon Stewart on The Daily Show, broadcast Monday through Friday on the Comedy Channel. It may not be on Friday nights. It might just be Monday through Thursday. But
Comedy
anyway,
Central.
but it's
Comedy
on the
Central. Yeah.
Comedy Central. It's Comedy Central is the important information. At that time, Carney was considering entering the race to replace Justin Trudeau as the leader of Canada's Liberal Party. The frontrunner then was leader of the opposition Conservative Party, Pierre Poilievre. And you know how things have changed. So here we go. Here's number one.
That pronunciation. I
Here's-
love it.
So here is the first one. Jon Stewart greeted Mark Carney by saying, "Welcome, sir. I welcome you to our land, colon, fill in the blank." What word did he use after saying, "Welcome you, I welcome you to our land"? What one word did he use? Number two, Carney replied, "Well, there was a blank when I came, John." And John said, "When was the last time you checked Twitter?" What is the word? What is the one word that Carney said? "Well, there was a blank when I came, John." Okay. Okay, number three. Number three. When asked how he and other Canadians are responding to the trolling by the US president, saying that Canada will become part of the USA, Carney replied, "The bottom line is blank, 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 blank." That represents words. One of the blanks is a slang word that is an informal contraction. One of the blanks is a slang word that is an informal contraction. And I did put the spaces, one for each letter. I don't know if it came through in the cut and paste.
It looks like it did.
Okay. But that's not the case in the other blanks. Number four. Carney said, talking about the United States, "We find you very attractive, but we're not blank with you." Fill in the blank with a two-word phrase. "We find you very attractive, but we're not blank with you."
Two-word phrase.
Two-word phrase.
Words only?
Number five.
Apparently.
Then Carney said, "It's not you, it's us. We do things a little differently in Canada." And how did John respond? A, how different? Oh, it's supposed to be how different can it be? How different can it be? B, a little differently. Have you read the news lately about America? Or C, I'm up for it. We're up for it. Whatever you do differently, we want to experiment too. What do you guys want? Okay, so please correct that. A should be how different can it be? Number six.
Isn't tight.
Thank you.
Number six. Carney then said, "We can be friends. There can be a few benefits, John, blank, but we're not going to commit all the way." Fill in the blank with a three-word phrase, and nobody guess to be funny. Just leave it silent, and you can guess in your group. Number seven. John replied, "We'll be cool about it. We won't levy tariffs on all your goods as blank for you not going out with us. We respect your boundaries." Replace the blank with a single word. Number eight. Later on, Carney says, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right?" What does John say in response? A, "I feel like you're breaking up with me the entire interview." B, "Trump is our president, so shame on us, US." C, "The voters in our country have not learned that." Let me just write that down. Okay.
That sounds like something you
Number
would.
nine. Number nine is
Say anything, Vincent.
Cannery assures him that the U.S.-Canada relationship will be reset and stronger going forward because we're going to respect our boundaries. Stewart then says what? A, "It will take quite a few MAGA anonymous meetings to get folks to quit jonesing for that dangerous dude." Or B, "I'm just getting swiped left hard as hell here." Or C, "I believe you. I can't speak for the QAnon zombie mob, though. perhaps making their way north as we speak. Number 10.
Great.
Number 10. True or false? This is something Jon Stewart said during the interview. Quote, "The USA has always upheld its values and not allowed itself to be influenced unduly," that may be spelled wrong, unduly, when our ceaseless hunger for control of the world resources had to be balanced with our principles until now. I spelled duly wrong. Sorry. Okay, and there's a bonus.
Bang.
There's a bonus. Now the bonus, there's 2 parts to it. Get either right, you get the extra point. Bonus. Near the end of the interview, Stewart questions how much we can rely on people's virtue to get things accomplished. He lists several complex domestic and globally beneficial deals that Carney previously championed and negotiated with the banking industry leaders, and how many have now bailed on agreements since Trump was elected, leaving Carney to hold, quote, the carbon tax bag. 1. How did Stewart, it's supposed to say, how did Stewart know all of that? Or, answer number 2, what did Carney say that Stewart should remind him to do later on? Get either one of those right and you get a point. Any questions?
Any answers?
Okay. I will have fun.
Okay, this should be interesting. Is
So I
it
did
interesting?
watch part of this. So I know a few, but I don't, that's it. I don't remember all of them.
Yes, I never watched Jon Stewart.
I haven't watched him for.
Love Jon Stewart.
love him
I
too,
didn't
but-
watch the show. I just saw it on Facebook. Somebody shared it on Facebook recently, and so I just watched it because, yeah, I haven't watched
Well,
it in
then
a
you
long
got
time,
it.
so.
I love Jon Stewart, but I'm not watching anything comedian or politics, anything to do with that because it's just.
So this was after Trump was elected, but before he took office 3 months ago.
Well, can you
mean the good
That's
old
what
days?
it sounds like.
The good old
Yeah, the
days.
good old days.
Yeah.
Welcome you to our land. There was a blank when I came, John. Yes.
I was gonna say, what is that land that the Oompa Loompas run, or
Hey, welcome.
or the land of Oz? You know how the Emerald City, or what is the Munchkin Land, or something like that.
Who's Mark Carney?
He's the new president of Canada.
Okay.
New president of Canada as of like
New prime
The
minister.
Prime Minister.
He's in
Okay.
charge, and he's a very liberal guy. And that's about as much as I know.
He's
Yeah.
moderately liberal.
Yeah.
Ran against some
yeah.
right-winger.
He's fairly
Fairly
Yeah.
central.
Yeah. He's
So-
fairly conservative as liberals go. Is capital L liberals. Now, 3, my guess is it's not gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen because she
It
said
ain't
it's
gonna
a
happen.
slang.
But Ghana is an informal contraction.
All right.
Is that a contraction? There's no apostrophe.
Oh, oh,
His
ain't going to happen, or it's not gonna happen.
It
Ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
well, there's spaces are count. This is
Ain't gonna. Okay, but okay.
Oh,
Generally,
I think what Jim's saying is it would be it's
not.
it's
gonna,
not. So it's is the contraction and then gonna is the slang that he's talking. It's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Well, that's 4 then.
well, there
Yeah.
are 4 spaces there.
There's four blanks.
Oh,
Oh, I see. Okay.
our thing was in the way. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
personal
Did we
problem.
have anything for 1 or 2?
TMI.
Not yet, no.
We welcome. Okay, so this was before. Okay, So this was before Carney was even.
Yeah.
Let's see. He was.
So number 4, probably we're not in love with you. We find you very attractive, but we're not in love with you, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or obsessed, or I don't
In
know.
love sounds
It
good.
fits with the trajectory of the rest of the conversation.
Yeah, because it sounds like they're dating
Yeah.
the whole thing through.
Yeah.
Oh, 2-word phrase. Oh, obsessed? No, we're
In
not.
love.
Okay, fill the blank with a
love.
2-word phrase. We're not in love. Oh, we're not in
He probably
love.
said
would say
we're
in
not
love.
in love, like he probably said it with
Yeah.
a joke to it. So probably
I think number 5, if I remember right, is C.
That sounds like him.
Yeah, I think that's what I think I remember him saying, I'm up for it, we want to experiment or something. I think
I've
that
heard him say
was-
I'm up for it many times.
Yeah.
there could be a few benefits, John.
And then number 6 is, I'm pretty sure they were talking about friends with benefits. We'll be friends with benefits.
Oh, there you go. That's a 3-word phrase.
3-word phrase, friends with
Yeah.
benefits.
Okay, friends with 6. Friends with benefits.
Mhm.
I like it.
I don't remember 7.
As
I mean, revenge would make sense, but I don't know if that's
Yeah,
what he said.
revenge, retaliation.
you won't levy taxes on all your goods as
We won't. Okay, we won't levy tariffs on all your goods. Is revenge
That's
for your
retaliation.
revenge.
Retaliation.
What do you want, revenge or
I would think
retaliation?
for revenge. Yeah, retaliation or revenge, whichever you guys want.
I think revenge
I
fits
put-
better than retaliation coming out of Jon Stewart's mouth.
Wait, was it John's? Oh, it was John.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm writing down revenge. Is that what you guys want?
That's what I'm writing.
Fine.
Okay.
This one I'm almost positive was the whole I feel like you're breaking up with me the whole time. That I remember that.
That fits
Yeah.
with the theme, even though the last one is really the
Hey.
funniest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, C sounds like him for sure. That's like,
Yeah.
he's always like, let me just write that down. Like, he always makes that joke.
But that might be why Karen wrote it in as a answer,
Yeah,
possible answer.
Okay.
I'm fine with going with A.
So, okay. So does any? Okay. So, A, B, or C. Okay. So, I kind of like C, but is just some
For number, for which number?
for 8.
9?
9.
Oh.
No, for 8, I'm telling you, it's.
Say.
I feel like
we're
you're
going with
breaking up
A.
with me.
I think B on number 9 fits the theme of this dating thing.
It is. It's B. I feel like you're swiping left.
Even
Yeah.
though the other ones are pretty funny.
Okay. So 8A, 9
Just say 9 is B.
B. Yeah. Okay.
10.
And then number 10, I don't know. I don't
think it's
remember.
false.
I would say probably true.
Oh, you think?
Oh, yeah, I think he said it in. Never mind. I remember he said something very sarcastic, and so that's why I was thinking maybe it was true, but no, now that I'm reading it, don't ignore me. I don't know. I'm not sure about
Think
that
it's
one.
false? You just really don't
I
know.
don't know.
It doesn't
I
fit
don't
the humor
remember.
of the rest of the thing, so I don't know. I would say false, but I don't know.
I could go either way. Do you want to flip a coin?
Well, I've already written down true.
Because if he said
Okay.
it was going to be, it was sarcastic. You know what I mean?
Janine doesn't have an eraser, so we're leaving it at true.
No, I can draw. I can just put an extra line right there, and it would turn into an F. So, but if it was an F, I couldn't turn it back into a T.
Right. So leave it as true.
Okay. So 10 is we're going to go with true.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I don't have anything written down for 1 or 2.
And we don't have the bonus.
Have a bonus. Does anybody have
I
Oh,
don't have the
including
bonus. No.
bonus. Several times.
Well, to write it down.
What did
Yeah.
Carney say that?
So remind him
Yeah,
to do.
two. What did Carney say that Stewart should remind him to do later on? Wait,
Drop the carbon tax bag for 2
well,
Well,
because
for one, it's his handlers told him. His researchers and on his team told him.
well, that would make sense, but
Yeah,
Carol would have written that down.
I don't know.
Okay, let me see if I understand the question. Let me see.
okay, so there's a bunch of stuff that Stewart mentioned, and so how did Stewart know that?
He can read.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could he have interviewed somebody previously that would have told him this? It was like in the interview before, or
Maybe.
Okay. Or
No.
2, what did Carney say that Stewart should remind him to do later on?
what did
Maybe
Carney
it
say
was
that
drop the carbon tax bag.
should remind him to do later on? Should remind him to do later on. So to remind Carney to do later on?
Yeah. So now Carney did drop the carbon tax thing because it's
Maybe come back after he wins or something. I don't know, something like
yeah.
that at
Yeah.
the end of the
Yeah,
interview. I have
yeah.
no
So,
idea.
sometime during the campaign, he stated he'd just drop the carbon tax thing, which undercut one of Poilievre's talking points. Yeah, the carbon tax was unpopular enough. It's probably not worth trying to push through, even though I think a carbon tax is probably one of the less bad ways of handling the climate change thing. But if it's just too unpopular, it's not worth trying to push through.
Going back to question 1 and 2, we don't have. So he said, "Welcome, sir. I welcome you to our land."
And it sounds like he called the land something because it's got a colon. So welcome to
So it's
our
like a
land.
one word.
Yeah.
Could it be something like and so he's interviewing him in America, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Merca?
America?
Murkcca? Merca?
Maybe he did say America. I like that for an answer.
And
Or
then he
made a joke
replied, well,
about us being the Lower Canada or something, like the next state, but it was a one word. So I think America is good. America.
Merca?
Yeah. He replied,
Yeah,
well,
something
there
along
was
the lines of
a
MURCA, Merca.
well, there was a
when I came, John. When's the last time you checked
we're almost
Twitter?
done, Karen. You could give the 2-minute warning. There you go.
Kerfuffle, hubbub. What do Canadians say?
When was the last time you checked Twitter? Jim, you're in charge of the Canadianisms.
Well, there was
Well, there was a
Well, I'm just trying to think of the context of the conversation. It's like, well, I welcome to our land, America, and he said, well, there was an America when I came, John. I don't know.
That's
And then he says,
when's the last time you checked Twitter?
When's the last time you checked Twitter?
I like that. That sounds good.
But I don't know, but that would be
okay. There was an America when I came, John, and
But it says
welcome you to our land, Merca.
it doesn't have an, it has a.
There was a U.S. when I came.
Or a country?
yeah, then it would be an and, like Brandy says, it would be an and.
There was a country.
There was a country when I came.
Yeah, I don't know.
One word.
Democracy.
Ooh.
Maybe,
Democracy.
yeah.
Democracy is
For
good.
number 2 then, democracy.
And that's why he says the last time he checked Twitter. Okay, that's good. Good one, Janine. I don't know if it's
So
right.
maybe something like Republic of America
or Republic.
Wasn't there a lot of talk about us being not being a democracy, us being like a republic or something like that?
Yeah, which
That's a Republican talking point.
Yeah.
And if you talk, that's a magic word.
we got 12 seconds. So
Are we saying democracy or republic?
I have
For
democracy
2, we'll
written
say
down.
democracy.
All right,
Number
democracy.
1, we'll just
Yeah.
leave it as America because we don't have time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
There where it says I should rest well for tomorrow.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back.
That was fun,
Here-
Karen.
Karen, we still love you in spite of our bad performance on your category.
It was fun to do, though.
Yeah.
Good. I hoped that would be the case. All righty. So now,
Really wish I'd seen that segment.
well, it's not too late. I'm going to share a link with you at the end. Okay. So here we go. Up. Here we go. So what was the one word that went into there, into that? Oh gosh. Sorry. I'm channeling my inner Canadian.
Sorry.
So it was, what did he say? I welcome you to our land, he said, America, because it's friggin' annoying to everyone else outside the United States that we insist on calling it America.
Is
No,
that
it's
right?
not.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, because it's only one country out of 3 in North America, and then there's
We are
South
US
Well,
America.
but the only people I've ever heard complaining about that are people from the US. I've never heard a Canadian complain about it.
I've been using since my 20s, trying to say I'm a US American or a US American this, US American that. It hasn't caught on.
I guess we can't get it if we said America, right?
No, does not
He said
no, wrong.
America. We
My
did
own,
the same
perso-
thing.
my own personal story of that is people know Paula Serrano. She was here for a long visit, and then she went back to Argentina, and somebody posted, "Welcome back, Paula," on her Facebook page. Most people who posted that page write in Spanish. So I said, "America's going to miss you." Oh my God, I got slammed. And then she apologized for them, saying, "No, I understand. I've been to America a lot of times," and that's how they refer to themselves.
Yeah.
Well, how do people in other countries refer to the people from the United States?
Right, U.S.
Not
Americans
America.
or something.
In Germany, it's America. I'm
still wrong.
American.
So we should change Americans with Disabilities Act.
In most of Latin America, by the way, it's Norte Americanas, North America.
Yeah.
Not America.
Well, then that
North
assumes
America.
Canada is the
Same time we
51st
Which isn't
state.
fair to Canadians,
That's
but
right.
Well, Canadians are North Americans as well. Don't call me
Exactly.
American
I just
because
said that.
Americans live in the
Canadian.
United States of
Yeah.
America.
Mexico is
what does
also
that
North
say?
America.
Estadounidenses.
But United States then doesn't sound very good.
That sounds
No.
good. Esta.
USians.
You're American, but you live in the USA.
It's really an example of our less than, that we're the exceptionalism and
well,
superiority privilege.
It's
solved
actually
that
just
problem by
it's
just
just a
calling
hold up
myself.
because we have an awful country name, the United States of America.
That's a good name. It's very clear.
I solved that problem by just calling myself a Californian.
So then number 2, what did he say? He replied very politely, well, there was a border when I came in.
We didn't think of that.
Okay, yes,
No.
somebody at least one of you got that
We
right.
got that. We got that.
Okay. And he has Mark Carney has uttered variations of this. That's why I put the specific spaces. And what he said about becoming the 51st state, it's not going to happen.
Oh, we got it exactly. Perfect.
Oh, at least we got one right.
It's not going to happen.
Jim said that. Okay.
And of course, there are many other possibilities for this here. When he said about the United States, Canada and United States, we find you very attractive, but we're not blank with you. We find you very attractive, but we're not moving in with you.
Oh, moving in.
Moving in.
We said in love.
Good.
That's brilliant. That's a great line.
Yeah,
That
you're
is
gonna.
such. I love this little
I know, isn't it
dating
great?
speak. This is hilarious.
So I also want to say this because I know we need AI for a lot of stuff in this world. It will be very beneficial. I did not use AI at all. I came up with these A, B, and C, the two that are incorrect. And some of you, I heard what you were talking about. Well, yeah, Jon Stewart does do this, and it sounds like that. I did that, and I found it fun, and I encourage you to not give in to AI all the time. The answer is when he said, what was the question? He said, we can be friends. We're not gonna. Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, and he said, it's not you, it's us, right? When he said it's no, that's not there yet. He replied, nope. That's not it either. I'm up for it. Why does this say 5? Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, my numbers are off. When Carney said, it's not you, it's us, we do things differently, right? Uh, he Jon Stewart responded, I'm up for it. We're up for it. Whatever you do differently, we want to experiment too. What do you guys want? It was very cute.
So it's C.
It's C, yeah. And then what is the again, the cleverness continued between these. There's nothing sexier than to see men just go for this with no self-consciousness about what they just totally went in for the double entendre and stuff. It was smart men, not worried about whatever somebody else might be worried about. Okay, so we can be friends. There are full benefits. Friends with benefits, he specifically said. Friends with benefits. But we're not going to commit all the way.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
This dating speak, it's even though I'm sort of too old for this lingo myself, I still find it hilarious.
I'm with you, sister. Okay, so then we're cool about it. What is it? What is it that we're not going to do? What is that missing word that he said? It was retribution.
That was the alternative. We were going to go with revenge
We
or
almost put
retribution.
that.
We went with revenge.
Not like there'll be retribution or something, right? Okay, and then number 8. What did he say when he's like, shame, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me? It was either I feel like you're breaking up with me this entire interview, or Trump is our president, so shame on us. The voters in our country, the voters in our country don't know that. Let me write that down, which she does all the time. The answer was in fact A. I feel like you're breaking up with me the entire interview. Okay.
All those choices were so good, Karen. No, really, these are really good.
Thank you. Okay, and then the next one was 9. That's fun. When Peggy tells you it's fun making these, it's fun making these. Okay.
No, I'm with you on that. That's what makes it clever and interesting.
Okay.
Not that a computer spit it out.
So number 9, Carney assures us that there's a reset on the relationship. We respect boundaries. And so what does Stewart talk about? We're going to have to do something with MAGA anonymous meetings, right? Because people are jonesing for this president. Or I believe you. I can't speak for the zombie mob. Or the correct answer, which was B. I'm just getting swipe left hard as hell here, which has to do with a dating app. You swipe right if you're interested in someone and left if you're not interested in someone. I'm just getting swiped left hard as hell.
I always get my left and right mixed up. So if I was using that app, I'd be in such trouble.
Well, yeah, if your wife found out
might
about
be
you,
much
you'd
more
be in more
interesting.
trouble.
Yeah, your wife would not.
Okay, now this one was true or false. It was, in the interview talking about, U.S. values, and we've not allowed ourselves to be unduly influenced for hunger control, compromising our principles until now. Is it true or false? The answer is false. What Stewart said was nothing like that. He said, I think we've always been known as, we like to live our values and speak them. It feels like this administration is going to be more explicit about what's really happening. Hey, what's up, Greenland? I don't know this, but you have something under your soil that we want, so you're ours. I feel like past administrations would do the same thing, but they would be like, and we're liberating you.
Oh.
Like they would make it a high-minded affair. That's what he said. I might have left out one
And
word.
he's right.
But
And
that's
he's totally
You were
right.
right, Avi.
My gosh.
So that's what he said. Okay.
Oh,
And
gosh.
then he asked a really deep it's a great interview. There's a lot of serious stuff as well, right? But he said, wow, you know all this stuff. How did you know all this? And Jon Stewart said, I read your Wikipedia page.
Oh, no, that's great.
Right?
But
And
that
then-
counts as research. So can we get the point of
no,
research?
I read
No,
your
no,
Wikipedia page.
No.
And then,
Oh, that's, how did he even
or he
think of
found
that?
it on Wikipedia, or I looked it up in Wikipedia. Wikipedia must be in there for the theme of this trivia and the answer to that question.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Okay. B, though, what did Carney respond? Now, we know he can't do this, but it made a nice little joke. Carney responded, remind me to edit it later on.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Anyway, so I want to include this. It was 3 months ago, but it's just so beautiful. This man is so smart, so clever. It just
And funny, apparently. I
Oh my
didn't know
gosh.
that till right now.
So anyway, here is the YouTube link to the entire 20-minute episode of The Daily Show, and they get into some serious issues. It is worth watching, and there it is, and the end.
That's brilliant. And she got
That'll-
Wikipedia in there too. That's hilarious. I love it. Fantastic, Karen. Good job. Let's go do our scores. Here we go. Okay, so we do need to come up with a name because we don't have Jamie.
3.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, dinosaurs, drywall, and dogs. Oh my. What about the cat, which is Karen's team?
5.
We didn't tank.
Oh,
All
I
right.
thought we got 6. Did we get number? Okay, I don't know.
We're not that invested in teams.
3, 5, 6, 8, and 9.
We didn't say America? I thought we said America.
We said
We said America.
not America.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that
We're
right.
not that invested
Okay.
in team names.
We have 6.
Okay. Mike Waltz has left the chat.
4.
Ooh, good. Look at that. 4.5. Yeah, good job, Karen.
And they're in order 6,
3,
5,
4,
4,
5,
3.
6.
Not that that matters.
Ooh.
That's
very good. That three down.
That is the lowest average on one of my categories. They often are 10s, and I'm glad that's not the case.
Good job, Karen.
It's because your bad answers were so good.
She watches Jon Stewart enough that she replicated him, I guess. Paul, turn on your camera. Let's take a picture. Everybody get in front of your cameras.
Good thing we're going on a break. I'm getting a diabetic low, so I have
Okay, yeah, you probably should do that. I'd hand you some candy, but I can't. Okay, everybody ready? Jim? Okay. Ben? Well, he's going to be a ghost. Okay, everybody else there. Okay. 1, 2.
Yes.
Get in the
Yeah.
camera. Hurry. 1.
Oh, sorry. Jeez.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think I got it. Let's look and see. I got it. Paul had to hold that spot. Paul T had to hold that for a long time. That's cute. Okay.
And you got Kevin with the Pope.
Oh yeah,
It's-
that's brilliant.
It's really cute to see Paul T sitting in the chair that I'm normally sitting in.
Oh,
Because I'm in Pittsburgh and he's dog sitting for me.
Oh, he's at your house.
So he's at my house. That's why you see the little the glow on the side because of the lights I have right there.
Oh, very good. Okay, so 5 minutes. I'm keeping the cameras and the video running, so watch what you say.
It might be too soon to close up the chickens. I don't know.
How many do you have? How many chickens?
I have 6 new ones.
All hens?
That's what they tell me. We'll see when the time comes.
Well, I hope so.
They're 2-day-old chicks at this point. I can't tell.
trying to sex a chicken, that sounds really hard.
Well,
So it's hard to tell if they're all hens on deck.
I've yet to get a rooster, so I'm.
Oh, good, because they don't lay eggs. It's amazing how many people think you need a rooster to get eggs. I just like, people are so clueless on basic biology. It's amazing to me.
Yeah, but you do, but
Well,
you don't
they
get,
lay eggs.
but you need a rooster to get fertile eggs.
Yeah, nobody needs a fertile egg unless you want a chick.
Yeah.
It's just
But
amazing to me that people think, oh no, they won't.
yeah,
There isn't a rooster
is
around.
it,
But yes,
isn't
there
that
is.
isn't that something that was sort of bred into chickens, that people selected chickens that would lay without them being fertile?
They don't need to be fertile. That means it's just a non-fertile egg.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, but okay, I had the impression that with most bird species, they wouldn't lay them unless they were fertilized.
That sounds like a trivia question. That may be the case, but it's certainly not with chickens.
Yeah. I sort of got the impression that somehow they got a mutant chicken that would lay lay the unfertilized fertilized eggs, and oh, okay, we really want this.
Yeah, well, it makes a lot of sense because then you don't have to have a rooster around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people who think that fertile eggs are better to eat for some reason. I don't know why, but you'll see advertised sometimes in store, fertile eggs, like as though that were better. And that just means there is a rooster around.
Yeah.
But I just assume have them unfertilized myself, but
yeah. Well, I guess if you take them out from under the chicken so that they cool off, the embryo will die because it's just not warm enough.
well, yeah, it's a lot easier just to not have a rooster around. Yeah, my grandmother had chickens, and sometimes with a rooster and sometimes with not, and usually, she'd collect the eggs every morning, but every once in a great while, she would miss an egg for a few days or something. And believe me, once you've had the experience of cracking an egg into your frying pan that is partly developed, it's like, oh God, you never want to have a fertile egg again. And she's like, oh no, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention I have a brooding hen and I must have forgotten to get that egg.
Yeah, well, if it's okay, I guess if it's just barely started to, if it's just been laid, so it hasn't developed very much.
Right, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But in this case, it just was a little bit traumatizing as a child. I'm trying to fry some eggs and
and instead you get fried chicken.
It was a little bit, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. And if it was in Kentucky.
Yeah, that was one of my little chicken traumas when I was a kid. And then the other is when, a raccoon got into the coop and caused great havoc.
Okay, gee, that's
you can imagine that's a horrible thing.
That's almost as bad as having the fox guard the hen house.
Yeah, right, exactly. Anyway, but otherwise, it was very fun being around my grandma's chickens when I was a little kid. I even rehabilitated one that had gotten a little chick that had got whacked with a coop door, and I nursed her back to health, and I named her Dora.
Dora. Ooh. Okay.
I've always had a little fondness for chickens. I've never had my own, but
okay.
I would like to someday.
Oh, well, let's see. That was a nice conversation. I guess I want to do a thing or two before coming back to this.
Yeah, I should hit the bathroom.
All right, going to intermission.
I did my intermission.
Susan,
I'm at a hockey game.
Oh. Susan, I'm at a conference and I was looking at the posters, and this college in Florida, they had all their 4-year medical students do a Wikipedia project, where they lowered the reading level from college to like an 8th grade level on medical Wikipedia pages that are meant for consumers. And it's like an elective they get to take as part of their 4th year residency.
Oh, what a good idea.
Yeah, and they were able to lower like 80% of the pages so that they were more readable for the general public, because that's the intent of those particular Wikipedia pages. So I was like, I thought of you as I went by. I even took a
That's
picture
a
of
really
it.
good idea.
Yeah, it's smart, and it's a way for them to get used to kind of verbalizing to their patients in a way that they communicate with someone who doesn't have a high health literacy.
There is a language that is called Simple English. Well, every language has a simple everything, but Simple English is a button you can click and it's going to go down even further. It's going to go, junior high or something like that. But most people don't know there's a Simple English. It's a whole different style. My team doesn't edit Simple English because
I actually did do that once. One of the pages I did, I created from scratch. I also made a simple one at the same time.
They use something called the Hemingway app to help make it more concise and accurate. I've never heard of it before, so I'll have to go look at it. It's called the
some of
Hemingway
these medical ones are, I think, yeah, but there are people who that's the language they edit is Simple English, and I think
interesting.
I think it's a really good idea. But like I said, it doesn't have it. You have to know to look at it. If I was in charge, at the very top of the page, I would put, this page is also available in Simple English, and you
That's
just
smart. Wait, you mean you're not? I keep reading that you are.
What?
I mean, those
You're in
people
charge.
can't
I'm in
all be
charge.
wrong.
Only the UFO stuff, Deborah.
Well, those people are crazy.
Tomorrow morning, I have a call with the guy in Philadelphia who's trying to hold together his skeptic group. So we're going to talk tomorrow. I said, I'll
What
talk to you.
time?
I said, when I get to the airport, I'll text you and see if you're available.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. So I get to listen in.
Is that the fact group?
Yeah, they're trying to hold on.
So here's a page that I wrote, and then it's just mixed in with the other languages, unfortunately. So it's in here, Simple English. Yeah, they really should have it as a separate thing. I agree
Should
with
be
you.
at the very top.
Especially you would think on
Yeah.
some of the medical pages and stuff where the wording's really complex.
But I'm not in charge. Seriously, I'm not in
Yeah.
charge.
And it's cool to have the 4th-year medical students, because they're also checking it for content. Like, they're not just making it simpler to read, they actually are the experts. So
it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And they know what's on there, so that's even better.
Yeah. And then the best thing about it is the medical librarians were spearheading the project. So they teach the class to the 4th-year medical students on how to make the language simpler and what tools to use. And then they tracked it over time to see. So it was pretty cool study.
This will now be a part of my upcoming conference talks. Eve, I'll say. And let me tell you about this cool project.
Yeah, I'll send you the poster.
Yeah,
so you
please
can
send
see
me
it.
a screenshot of it. That'd be fun.
I will.
But that is kind of the thing we need to be doing. But like I said, oh my gosh, if I was in charge. All right.
So the same invitation goes to Deborah, I guess. She wants to have breakfast elsewhere. 6:30 in the morning.
Which would be 5:30 for Deborah.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything at 6:30 in the morning. What are you talking about?
So you're not, he's gonna go to a special place 1 train ride away to have breakfast in the morning on Saturday. And I said,
Really?
that's gonna
What
be
time does the
5:30.
conference start?
9, I think.
9, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I'll be lucky I can get downstairs or across
That's
the
what I said. I'll be
room or
lucky I
something
got
by
shoes
then.
on at 9 in the morning.
But you remember the time difference,
Which will be 8 for us.
Yeah.
That's true.
You
I'm
guys,
not a morning person unless I have to hit a flight or something, and then I'm a mess the rest of the day. So
yeah.
Ugh. So anyway, all right, but here we go. So does anybody have anything? Because I'm not sure. Kat does. What does Kat got?
I got a lot. In addition to being at the Week in Reason conference this weekend, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow it starts.
Tomorrow it starts. the weekend after that, May 10th, I am hosting a Skeptic Camp here in Edmonton.
First Skeptic Camp in Canada.
First Skeptic Camp in Canada.
Make sure you mention that.
I'm owning it.
Yeah, you are. That I know of. I don't know if there's ever been one, but there might have been.
There might have been. From Richard, on this week's episode, we look into psychic predictions from 1980, the continuing story of Alfred Russel Wallace and Psychic Penny's casts her horrible horoscopes. And last but not least, on Tuesday, it's like May the 6th, I am going to be the guest host on Skeptoid.
Wow.
You guys are the first to find that out. So
I mean, Brian doesn't know?
Well, Brian knows, but like everybody else, it'll be news to them when
Who
they
they
tune
talk.
in. They're gonna go, "Who the hell is this chick?"
It'll be
and it'll be me.
Where is he going?
He's taking.
He's just going through a lot right now, and so he's like buying and selling a house and all this stuff. And he's like, "Hey, I need some help." And somehow my name got thrown out to him, so I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I can do a thing."
Did
I
he
did
pick
a
the
thing.
topic, or did you get to pick the topic?
I picked I asked him, I'm like, "Do you have a topic in mind?" And he said, "No, what have you got?" I gave him 4. He liked 3 of the 4. And I'm like, "Well, how about this one? Because you haven't done anything like it before." And he's like, "Go for it."
Okay.
And I did it.
Good
So
job.
that's coming
Kat.
out on Tuesday.
That's big deal. That is a big freaking deal. Good job.
Yeah.
Has anybody done?
What?
Has anybody done a guest host thing? I can't.
Yeah, a whole bunch of people did when he was away. He had a team of people doing it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I guess.
Do you have that in like quotes, like away? Like he was like, away.
He was away.
He was unavailable.
He was unavailable for 18 months. And so he had other people doing guest spots for a long time. I've never done one, but yeah, he had people who doing them. So this is his next. So he knew that there's people out there you could trust to do it. It's not his first time. All right, who's got something else? Good job, Kat. I did like that the Russell thing that Tim did. That was very interesting on the last.
So you get the continuing saga
Yeah,
of that.
that's
'Cause I
really-
was going to say part 2, but I think it's more than 2 parts. So
it's very interesting.
Yeah. So that's
yeah.
from Richard.
Okay, who's got something else?
So some months ago, we hosted Forrest Valkai on RFR X, and he redid his PsyCon talk, but it was even better because we got to do Q&A while he was doing it and afterwards. So if anyone wants to watch that, there's the link for that. That just got posted today.
How to Teach Evolution to a Creationist Forrest, featuring Forrest Valkai. Okay.
In a couple of weeks, we will be featuring Bertha Vasquez.
She's brilliant.
So I'll put
She's
the link
good,
for
yeah.
that one in there. Yeah, that's going to be a really interesting topic. She's calling it "Filling the Vacuum Left Behind by Religion with a Love for Science." So it's going to talk about her transition from a Catholic schoolgirl to what she does now. And let's see, anything else? Yes. So following up on that, I'll just say that's mark the date for 5/19, which is Nathan Lentz is going to be
He's
talking
also
about
good. He's really brilliant.
sex and gender diversity in the animal world, a la his latest book. And then let's see, all the way in June, we have somebody people here might also know, Adrienne Hill. She's giving From Superstition to Science, Unmasking the Myths of Tourette's Syndrome.
I love her talking Tourette's. Good job. Carolyn?
Yeah. So save the date for Skeptical. It's going to be, those of you who are in California, it will be on August 23rd. It'll be at the Oakland Asian Cultural Center. And our very own Kyle will be there. So we're looking forward to having him.
Oh,
and,
awesome. Kyle's going to do a talk. Fantastic.
And I believe Mick West has said yes, and a couple other people. So we are, so we're looking forward to it. It'll be our first in person since the before times. So, so anyway, yeah.
Wonderful.
So the other people who edit as Lucky Louie, when he's up on stage, they'll have to make sure they don't edit so that it confuse things, you know.
Oh yeah, that will get really confusing. We're like,
Right.
we'll
We
let
don't want to
somebody-
confuse those people. They're already,
they're listening now.
It was a joke, you people who believe in UFOs and
They
UFOs.
do not. They do
He's
not.
not
believe
Lucky
it.
Louie.
Jokes are not in their vocabulary. They do
No.
not understand irony. They do not
Right.
understand.
He slipped. He slipped. That proves it.
Oh my God, you guys.
He slipped, and Susan couldn't figure out how to edit the video and just not post it.
She commands all of Wikipedia
I'm too busy.
and the U.S. government, but
I'm
she
just gonna
can't
hope
figure
they
out how
don't
to
catch
make it
the
edit.
slip. Carl?
You mean me?
No, Carl. I'm coming right back to you. I'm going in. As your
The Skeptical Society of St. Louis will be having a free Skeptic Camp at the Holiday Inn of Creve Coeur in St. Louis, Missouri, USA, on Saturday, May 17. Come join us and see talks by Wikipediatrician Susan Gerbic, polymath Leonard Trammell, Kyle Polish of the Data Skeptic Podcast, Adrian Hill, reporter for the Skeptic Zone podcast, and other great speakers. Details can be found at skepticalstl.com.
Very good. He's gonna do the spots for Skeptoid next. And we're gonna go see Hannibal.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm really
We
excited
are?
about that. So I'm gonna see Kyle and Brandy here again in a couple weeks. So Kyle, you got something?
Well, yeah, I mean, St. Louis Skeptics coming up. That's the big one in May. This latest week on Data Skeptic, an episode called Network Manipulation. It's about like a bunch of social network analysis stuff, but here's the cool part. So if you're an academic and you sign up for getting a feed from Twitter because you want to study the data, there's a compliance feed where you have to agree to delete things they send you, because if people delete things, you have to follow through and delete it too. And these people, one of the things they did, she studied the deletion record and found out that there's a whole bunch of different like forms of fraud people can do, because you're only allowed to post so many messages per day on Twitter. But if you delete thousands of messages and post thousands more, that gets under the radar. So we get into that and some other cool Twitter things this week on Data Skeptic.
Ooh, Twitter. And you call it Twitter.
Yeah, you could call it X, you could call it whatever you want. Just not both at the same time, yeah.
Twitter X. Excellent, excellent. Avi?
Not X Twitter.
Yeah. So we still are planning to do the Chicago Skeptic Camp on July 27th at Dimitri's Greek Restaurant. It's going to be from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. We have 3 confirmed speakers. The Susan Gerbic, you may know her. Although Susan, I need a title and a what's it called?
Synopsis?
Abstract and
Do I
bio.
have 45 minutes or do I have how long?
30 minutes.
Okay.
We're planning for 30 minutes, and then we'll see whether we'll figure out question times later.
Okay, I'll send you. Oh, so if I have 45 minutes in total and I don't do Q&A, can I get 45 minutes?
I don't know. Plan for 30 minutes for right now, and we can.
Okay, so I'll send you
later.
something.
Kyle is in the process of putting together a website for us, and once we have that website ready,
it is open, isn't it?
Well, yes, but no.
It works. It's just
It works.
Okay.
But
I've
not up to Kyle's standards.
I have a couple more people I'm gonna send going to request to talk. I got connected to somebody at the Field Museum. Glenn actually has suggested somebody.
Glenn Branch is going to be speaking.
Yeah, he's going to be speaking. There's going to be a talk, really interesting, by a humanist rabbi who is going to tell us about how humanistic religion or humanistic approach to religion. So it's not basically religion without all the religious stuff. It's all about the culture and how that can be of interest to atheists and agnostics. We'll see.
It should be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that kind of stuff. Kyle's sure getting around. I didn't realize that how many talks he's giving till I start hearing you guys saying, "Oh, and Kyle is gonna be." Jeez, Kyle, my gosh, you are getting around. You're gonna get some freaking flyer miles too.
Hi,
Yeah,
Robin.
Southwest for sure.
Yeah, seriously. Hi, Robin. Good job,
Hi.
Bobby.
Thank you.
That's it. I don't have anything, believe it or not, except I gotta go. Oh, Carolyn
Hi,
said it was
Carolyn.
good night, Carolyn. I
Oh,
have
good night,
Good night,
Carolyn.
Hi,
Carolyn.
Carolyn.
I'm just
Bye.
going to be writing up every place I go. I'm going to be doing a talk on it. I mean, I'll be writing it up and taking pictures and sitting out. As far as I know, Deborah and I are going to be flying out tomorrow morning
Yay.
on a jet plane going to Calgary. Na, 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 na. Packing jackets. I hear it's cold.
You
I
know,
have
it's
an
supposed to
announcement.
be like 80 today and like 42 on Sunday or something. It's like what?
Hang
It's
I
the
on.
have an
weirdest weather.
announcement. I have an announcement, please,
It has an
Susan.
announcement. All
I
right.
do. So a week and a half ago was Janine's birthday, and she has been feeling very she's really sly that she got away without being
She's got
signed.
her screen turned off right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, she appears to be away from her computer, but I wanted to make the announcement, and so maybe like between the next two rounds,
Yeah, when she
we
doesn't
can get
away.
her or what
When she's
something.
on screen, we're gonna hit her. Okay, you guys. She's out playing with the chickens right now. So
Yeah.
So
When
we'll,
she's not hiding with the chickens.
yeah, we'll get her. Okay, thank you,
Well, she
Jean.
has baby chickens, so
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
got
That's
to
right. She has
She might
little
come back any
little
moment now.
chicks. So cute.
I gotta give.
Incidentally, if you
Yesterday, when I was on my way to work, mommy and daddy mallard and their 4 babies crossed the highway, and all the traffic stopped, and they made it up. They made it.
Make way
was
for
scary.
ducklings.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, so I'm going to make a appeal for everybody to really think about getting some categories written because I am not going to be around for weeks and weeks. So,
incidentally, for anybody who's wondering about the weather in Calgary over the next few days, the forecast I have here is tomorrow the high is going to be 26 and the low the next night is going to be 9.
That means nothing.
That's C. So this is all centigrade. So 26 and then
26
Saturday.
is nice.
Yeah. So okay, so 28 on Sunday. Oh, on Saturday. Unfortunately, Sunday it's gonna the high is gonna be 14 C and pretty high chance of showers. So
I'm wearing a jacket. Don't worry about it. We'll be all right.
yeah. So we probably won't want to be hiking around the Badlands near the Drumheller Museum.
I know, bummer. That's the one thing I've been looking at the temperatures, and it's like really nice, like Friday and Saturday, like 80 degrees, 70 degrees. And Sunday it's like 40 and raining.
Oh well.
Susan, who else has the ability to modify the Facebook page? Because if that was just changed to remove the date, just say social trivia by Susan, you could set it up for recurring every Thursday and it wouldn't need to be updated while you're gone.
Yeah, I can. Anybody can alter it, but I will be still around the internet, so it should be okay. But yeah, it can be done. And so you guys gonna have to start filling in categories. Next week I have Rob, and that's the only person on here. So that's May 8th. I will not be here. I may show up to trivia. I just will not be able to turn on trivia and get the thing started. So we'll have to come up with this backup plans, but we'll talk about that off screen, but I do want to start pushing you guys to start making sure you got some categories so we can fill these in quickly. All right, so let's get started with he's changed he's looking at us. Karl is here. So Karl, you're up.
All right. Movie and TV title chain round, volume 2. As a side note, I did not use AI to generate any of these questions, but I did use an AI image generator to generate this chain of movie reels behind me.
Oh, it looks nice.
Oh.
All right, so here we go.
What was the prompt? What was the prompt for that?
I told it make a chain of movie reels connected by film.
Yeah, right.
And then I had to modify it to say make a chain of at least 3 movie reels connected by film. Because it only made 2 initially. All right. Here we go.
I still haven't been using these.
Susan's going to get complaining that she got muted. Number 1.
Muted me. Nobody mutes me.
Number 1 is either a 2008 Swedish film or a 2010 film starring Chloe Grace Moritz. A bullied young boy befriends a young female vampire who lives in secrecy with her guardian. These are actually 2 different movie titles, but they both work for this answer. So either one is acceptable. Number 2. 1967 film starring Sidney Poitier and Rod Steiger, or of the same name, 1988 to 95 TV series starring Carol O'Connor and Howard Rollins. Number 3. 1993 claymation film produced and conceived by Tim Burton with music by Danny Elfman. Number 4. 1941 film starring Barbara Stanwyck, Sidney Greenstreet, and F.C. Cuddles Sakal. A food writer who has lied about being the perfect housewife must try to cover her deception when her boss and a returning war hero invite themselves to her home for a traditional family holiday. Number 5. 1949 Bing Crosby movie based on a book by Mark Twain. A singing mechanic from 1912 finds himself in Arthurian Britain. Number 6. 1963 film starring Glenn Ford and Ron Howard and Shirley Jones, or 1969 to 72 TV series starring Bill Bixby. Same answer for either one of those. Number 7. 1954 to 60 TV series starring Robert Young and Jane Wyatt. Follows the lives of a wise family man, Jim Anderson, his common sense wife, Margaret, and their children, Betty, Bud, and Kathy. And number 8, 1964 film written by Gore Vidal, starring Henry Fonda and Cliff Robertson. The 2 frontrunners for their party's presidential nomination, one principled and the other ruthless, vie for the former president's endorsement. Okay. Number 9 is same answer for either one of these 2 possible things. Either it's a 2004 film starring Denzel Washington. In Mexico City, a former CIA operative swears vengeance on those who committed an unspeakable act against the family he was hired to protect, or a 1957 film of the same name starring Bing Crosby, a wealthy businessman whose wife has divorced him, is bitter about the divorce and prevents his ex-wife from seeing their children. She takes him to court, and a judge tries to determine what will be the best for the child. 2 different movies have the same name. Number 10. 1993 film written by Travis Walton, starred D.B. Sweeney and Robert Patrick. An Arizona logger mysteriously disappears for 5 days in an alleged encounter with a flying saucer in 1975. His co-workers endure ridicule and contempt as they are wrongly accused of murder. And I have 2 more because the points don't matter and the rules don't count. 11. 2004 film starring Kurt Russell and Kelly Preston. Set in an era where superheroes are commonly known and accepted, young William Stronghold, the son of the commander in Jetstream, tries to find a balance between being a normal teenager and an extraordinary being. And finally, number 12. 2000 film starring John Cusack and Jack Black. Rob, a record store owner and a compulsive list maker, recounts his top 5 breakups, including the one in progress.
Aww.
Go
Okay.
forth. And
Robin is going to have to go on a team. Where am I going to put her? Let's look and see. Oh, it's obvious you're on team 4.
Not the letter, the word.
the last word.
So the answer to number 2 would start with the last word of the answer of number 1.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. Well, since I mentioned it, 2 is the only one that I do know the movie. So that gives me a hint on 1, right?
Yeah. 1 is Let Me In.
And 2 is In the Heat of the Night.
Correct. And 3 is Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ah, okay, I get it now.
Okay, so 1 is Let Me In,
Yeah.
and 2 is
In the Heat of
I
the
can
Night.
share my screen. I just didn't want to share yet because I had filled out a bunch of these and I didn't want to. I want to
okay.
give
And then
people
we
a chance
said
if they didn't answer.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep. So then I don't know 4. It's a movie that starts with Christmas something.
So it's going to be Christmas something.
But if we know 5, then that may potentially give us the answer unless it's, multiple words.
Oh, and it's a Connecticut. Is it at the Connecticut in the Connecticut something in is it, I mean the book is the Connecticut such and such and
You're talking about number 5, Susan?
I can't see it from here.
Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court or something like that?
Yeah, Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court is the name of the book.
Do we think that's the name of the movie?
I have no idea if there was a movie.
Well,
but
it's not starting with Christmas, no, is it?
No, it would be the end of the
No,
word.
it would be what 4 ends with, Celia.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I'm sorry, I was mixed up.
Popular
I thought we
book.
were in
It's a very
4.
popular book.
It's hard
so I
when we're
wouldn't have a
going
movie.
back and forth between,
No, but
when
if
we're
that's
going
what you
up
know,
and down.
go for it. It's okay. I can figure it out.
So let's just say it's a Connecticut Yankee and King Arthur's Court, then that would mean 6 starts with court.
Oh, 6 is the courtship of Eddie's father.
Well, then we got it right.
Although courtship is not the same word as court.
It starts with court.
Okay, it starts with court.
There's
But I
already
knew
been
it was
another
something
example
about
of that,
Eddie's
Celia.
father, and because I used to watch that TV program.
Okay, let's see. So this is Christmas in Connecticut, I think, right? Is that the name of it?
Well, that would make sense.
I don't know for sure if that's a movie name, but that
I think
sounds
so,
very
yeah.
familiar to me.
And then we've got Connecticut Yankee, and then
Courtship of Eddie's father, and then that makes this
father something. Let's see.
Okay, where are we at?
TV
Father?
series.
Why is
Oh, what is the TV series from the 50s?
Father knows best.
Yes, father.
Oh, good one. Good one, Susan.
And then the next one would be
best.
Best.
I don't know.
Best in show.
I was
what?
thinking that same thing too, but it's
Best
not.
in show?
No.
Or are you just guessing best
No, that
candidate
was
or
a-
something like that? I don't know.
Oh
But
yeah,
we can
Best
look
in
at
show is about dogs, isn't it?
That's about
Yeah.
dog shows, yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
Spinal Tap
here's the
actors.
thing.
Spinal Tap.
Other Denzel Washington, I know he was an Equalizer, but I don't think that fits. There must have been some other
Best.
movie. Because again, that's just a one-word title too. So we can come back to some of these if once we figure out others, it helps to figure out. Because here's the thing. I know 12 is High Fidelity.
Yeah.
So this is it's a superhero, so I don't know if it's like Superhero High or something. Because it's like a high school for superheroes. I
should
just
have
can't
been-
remember the full title.
12 was the other one I knew. I knew High Fidelity and The Courtship of Eddie's Father and In the Heat of the Night, and that's all I know.
Because we know it has to end in high, so it's not going to be high school, but it might be Superhero High, but I could be wrong on that first part of that title. So, but that doesn't make,
That makes sense because it's about teenagers.
well, but this has got to end in superhero though, and I
It
don't
just
know
ends
if
with
10
superhero.
is,
It could end with super.
it could.
He's right. Court and courtship.
What? I don't know. A DB Sweeney or Robert Patrick?
That's the UFO case. It's called
Yeah.
it is I don't remember the movie. There was a movie. What's it called? Who knows this?
Yeah, I don't know it for
I
sure,
never
but
saw it, but it is a case, one of those UFO cases that, of course, I control all of that. So, I get them all confused. All the edits that I'm doing right now, I'm doing them while you're not paying attention. So, how could he end in super? That's not a way of ending those word.
well, this may be incorrect, this first word. I know it's something similar to like superhero high or something. I've seen the movie, I just can't remember the title for sure. So don't let that sway you, because if you come up with a name, it may change our answer to number 11.
Is it about the forest? Is it like the name of the forest?
Is what?
10.
10. Yeah, I don't know.
Is the movie the such and such forest?
Yeah, I don't.
So
Pretty
would
sure
11 be
forest isn't
Forest
in the
High?
name of no. That I'm almost positive that it's not that. I don't remember forest being in the name of the title for 11. I thought it was superhero high, but I could be wrong.
Disappearance.
So it could be something that ends in super, like we were thinking.
I feel like the word disappearance is in it.
Still missing 8, correct?
Well, we know it's best something.
Not best.
And then I can't
No.
remember what the Denzel Washington movie that he was in, because he was in like some
We're
Equalizer
missing that
movies,
one
but I think
too.
those were more recent.
2 front runners.
Or if anybody knows the 57 film starring Bing Crosby, wealthy businessman whose wife has divorced him.
And they have the same title. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not even close. Look at that. What, D57 and 2004.
That's going to bug me. I'll probably hear the title and be like, oh, yeah, that. I'm going to get rid of Equalizer. I don't want that influencing us into the correct answer. Or if anybody knows the 64 film with Henry Fonda.
It's not best man or
Could be
best candidate or
best man.
I just
no, that makes sense. It is about a presidential nomination,
right.
And they're
yeah,
men.
I was thinking candidate, but man could be, and then man could be the start of.
Well, that's why I came up with it.
Yeah, no, that's a good thought, Celia. We can put that for now, because again, that's better than not having an answer, and that is man.
Man overboard.
What
Man
was
overboard?
that?
Man overboard.
No, I don't think so.
Wasn't there a movie called Man Overboard?
Well, if it was, it wasn't that one.
Yeah, because that would mean that the next one is overboard.
Oh, dang it.
You mean
We're trying to
tell
work
me
backwards
Susan
and
doesn't know
forward.
the answer to number 10?
No, I
No,
know.
no,
I know.
she
Yeah,
doesn't,
I
unfortunately.
never saw the movie, but I know the case. It's
You know the book of the same name? This is what happens when
thought it
Susan
had
says,
something
make
to
sure
do
you
with the
put
forest.
questions in that I'll know.
You don't know
You
me
do.
very well.
I don't know that.
You don't know me very well, Karl.
You're fired, Susan.
I know that's true. I'll go to the next team.
Well, let's think this
Paul,
through.
you know these. Come on, Paul.
I don't know any of these. I knew the first one and the last one.
DB Sweeney. I'm probably gonna
You don't
recognize the
remember
title
that
when you say it.
UFO case where the guy he makes it all up? It's all fake. He disappears and everything was made up, and it was
No, I think he was really abducted by a UFO, Susan. Pretty sure.
It's called
You don't have the book on your shelf that you can reach for because it's within arm's reach away,
No,
Susan?
it's not. I've got a bunch of UFO cases, but Travis Watson.
Travis Walton, but D.B. Sweeney and Robert Patrick. You
I
know who
would
Robert
know.
Patrick
I don't
is?
know anything about actors or actresses.
Oh, well, Robert Patrick is the Terminator.
Well, I still didn't see that either, so that's no help.
And Agent Doggett.
You need to see more movies, Susan.
No, I know the story. I'm busy
You need to see
rewriting
more movies. He answered all
Wikipedia.
life's questions is in the movies.
Do you have any idea how much work it takes to completely run Wikipedia at one account that is
I bet.
24/7?
But if you run Wikipedia, you should know all the articles, including the ones written about this movie.
How come you don't know every single article that's ever been published on Wikipedia?
Could it be Walton? Oh, geez. What was the name of the movie?
And the Denzel Washington movie is bugging me, Karl. I'm like, it's not Equalizer. I think those came later. Like that's just a one movie, one word title, but it didn't have a number in it, did it? It could be Equalizer 2 or Equalizer 3.
I feel like I should know that Bing Crosby movie.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
unusual movies about divorce way back in 57.
Well, if we're right on our guess that we know it's the 8 starts with best. If it's best man, then man. I don't know. That's gonna bug me.
Not Man Overboard.
I don't know it's Best Man. I'm totally made
Yeah.
that up.
No, but that's a good as guess as any.
I see a UFO book behind me, but it's not the one I want. It's called, this one is The UFO Verdict.
And I'm not. Oh, this movie's bugging me too. I've seen it, and I know it ends in high, obviously, because high fidelity. But I can't remember if it's
Invasion?
superhero or something else.
Okay, Psychic Vibrations. That's a UFO book.
Very hard not to help you.
I know.
Which one else are we missing? Are we missing one before 7, or do we have those-
Obviously,
No, we got everything
the
else.
rules.
Okay. And our first ones I'm quite confident about too. It's this down here.
We got everything up until 8. I'm pretty sure
only need
everything
10.
up to 7 is correct. And we got 12. So we got probably 8. But I'd really like to get a perfect score. So, or at least 10.
No pressure.
Would be nice.
I think it has the word disappearance. And I thought I had the word forest in it, but I guess I don't know.
Yeah, because
I
I
don't know the story. I just know
Forest is in the. I'm not positive on Superhero High, but I'm pretty sure Forest is not in the title of 11, unless Forest is in the middle of the title, and then it's fine because it's not the last word.
I kind of think it doesn't. I think it has a name that's not have anything to do with disappearance of forest. Now that I think about it, it's something that's well, it's the book and the movie.
Feels like I should like the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, you're fine. Go for it.
No, not yet, Karl.
Go for it, Karl.
Oh, well, we're not gonna come up with anything more. And
If I don't know more than 2 minutes, it's gonna help.
Son of a bugger. Man from La Mancha.
Mysterious.
I'm just throwing stuff out there now. Oh.
Okay.
It's just weird that movies that's so different subject would have the same title too.
Oh, it
makes you think the title's got to be very generic.
It's actually pretty common because I know that when I'm editing Wikipedia, I have to go into the disambiguation pages.
Oh yeah,
that have the same.
I mean, the subjects of
How
these two movies couldn't be much different. I mean, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's got to be a really general title.
Mystery of. So then that would mean 9 would end with the word mystery. Wealthy businessman prevents mystery. Something
1 minute.
Man mystery.
No.
Man of mystery.
Man of mystery.
Man of mystery. There you go.
Maybe. I mean,
mystery.
I don't know.
Mystery, and then we've
Mystery
got
of Travis Walton Super.
I don't think that's it, Susan.
It's okay. What do you
Uh,
want from me? Nope.
my headset crapped out, so I missed like the first 4 questions, Carl. But luckily, I was able to copy them and paste them, so I just didn't hear you read them.
You can go back and watch the
Oh,
video.
that's gonna bug me. I want to get
21 seconds.
No.
I got the answer. I told you what it is.
Yeah, you did, but I don't.
And it fits.
It
The
does
mystery
fit.
of Travis.
It doesn't make it right.
Travis Super.
Why does his name need to be in it? Because he wrote the book?
He's the guy. Karl was watching us trying to work it out, going, I wish I could help you guys. Jeez, that was frustrating. If you know the answers, it's easy.
This may be our first 12 that I've ever been on a team against.
Oh, really? Here comes Saunders.
Dang it. I tried. I really did, but some stuff we just couldn't come up with.
That was bizarre. Okay, so what do you got?
Late during the answers at one point, Susan, I'll give you a warning. I will tell you when to pause recording. It'll just be for a brief period because I'll have a couple clips to play, but most of the answers do not have clips. So
okay.
we'll just
I'm
record
Richard
the live
Saunders,
one.
if you're here. Okay,
All
go
right. The answer to number 1. Either Let the Right One In or Let Me In, depending which movie you put the title to.
Oh, yes. That was
Ooh, didn't know the two
I thought
choices.
it was.
Never heard of either.
Number 2, In the Heat of the Night. Number 3, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Woohoo.
Number 4, Christmas in Connecticut, one of my favorite Christmas movies. Very good movie.
Cool.
Number 5, A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court.
Woohoo.
Number 6, The Courtship of Eddie's Father.
We were on a roll. We thought we were doing great. We had this whole thing.
Number 7, Father Knows Best.
Good one.
Still doing okay.
Number 8, my all-time favorite political movie, The Best Man.
We got that. We got that.
Hey, we got it.
And this is where
Accidentally.
Susan
That was
can
my
pause,
pure guess.
temporarily pause recording.
Okay, let me pause recording.
Number 9, Man on Fire.
Oh, I didn't even come up with even anything close to that.
Number 10, Fire in the Sky.
Oh my God.
As another example of when Susan tells you put things in the trivia that I should know the answer to, it's not going to help.
Oh.
Still won't know the answer.
I knew the whole story.
So I'm amazed that Travis Walton, who was the supposed victim of the abduction, actually wrote this.
Yeah.
Well, he just did
to
it
me,
make
this
money.
is the
What
most
are you talking
elaborate
about?
excuse for missing a few days of work that I've ever heard of.
That's what it was.
Number 11, therefore, is Sky High.
Dang it. Sorry.
Darn it, Ben.
If I
Followed
would've
lastly
You
by
did superhero.
High Fidelity.
You blew it.
Okay, now everybody be quiet.
I would have gotten Fire in the Sky.
Let the Right One In or Let Me in the Heat of the Nightmare Before Christmas in Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Courtship of Eddie's Father Knows Best Man on Fire in the Sky High Fidelity.
There you go.
Well
Nice.
done.
Very nice.
Well done, Karl.
Good one, Carl.
That was a good one.
Even though I didn't get
Yeah.
I heard
Man on Fire.
a little piece of
Our
little
team
piece of
got
trivia
a
about
lot, didn't we, Avi?
Yeah, we got all of them.
Oh, good.
Wow.
It was thanks to you, Vincent, for that fire in the sky.
Fire in the Sky. Yeah,
Boy,
I
that
knew.
was the tough one. Susan was no help.
I could have told you the whole story, but it didn't mean that I was going to know the name of the book.
Yeah.
Would anybody not have known that number 5 was Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court?
Well, I thought it was going to be a different name because it said based on, so I just.
Yeah.
But we got it
worked our way
right.
through it.
The Connecticut word having that was helpful in some cases. You know, a little trivia about the filming of In the Heat of the Night. They were originally gonna, I don't remember which state, film it, you know, where it was actually supposed to take place, but they were actually worried about Sidney Poitier's safety as a black man. So they actually filmed it further north.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
There were certain places he couldn't go because he was black, and they really feared for his safety. Isn't that crazy?
And that was the Connecticut Christmas?
No, in the heat of the night.
Oh.
With Sidney Poitier places.
Then go to Connecticut.
No.
Connecticut's
Connecticut wasn't the state that he was worried about being in.
I thought maybe it was filmed in the South. I missed it. Okay, so really good.
No, it was the whole, racism of the era.
I have got to sit and watch movies someday. Somebody will have to educate me.
Sidney Poitier is fun to watch, of course.
Okay, I still haven't seen that Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
Oh my God, Susan, you have to watch that.
I know, but the thing is, I hear that the woman, he's with this woman, everybody's like, why would this accomplished man?
It doesn't matter. It just suspend that disbelief for the fact that they're trying to get married in only 6 weeks or whatever. It's just a brilliant movie.
Oh, yeah.
He's a brilliant movie.
I'll add it to the list that is already out of the.
He's so good in there.
It's a movie that was way ahead of its time.
Oh my God. And Katharine Hepburn it's just.
And they show their racism.
Oh,
they are
right as the white San Francisco liberals, that are actually uncomfortable with this.
They raise their daughter to be a liberal, and
Susan, you give me so many recommendations, and I love every one of them.
But they
let me
come
return the
around.
favor
It's
and tell
really
you have to see this movie.
Okay, I'll add it to my list.
I highly recommend. I mean, I recommend many of these movies, but The Best Man is like my favorite political movie of all time. It's really good.
God.
And if anybody's interested, the Word doc and PowerPoint are in the chat available for download.
Thank you, Karl.
When I come to visit people, you're going to have to say, okay, here's your video that you have to watch, Susan, to catch you up on life. But you know,
I'm telling you,
spending
guess who's
all
coming
of
to
my
dinner?
time. You guys know what I'm doing with my time. It is all of my time is spent controlling Wikipedia. It's really hard to keep up with the movies and stuff. Okay. We do need to come up with a name because we don't have Jane. What's the score? Knock, knock, knock.
Abby?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. 12.
10. All right. Good for you guys. Drywall, dinosaurs, drywall, and dogs. Oh my. What about the cat?
12.
Wow.
Damn. All
So
right.
you're
We're not
recording
that
it in base
invested in
12.
team names.
12.
God, that's only going to make Karl's team look so awful. Mike off the chat.
9.
Oh, I'm surprised we had 9. That's only because there was 2 bonuses. 9.8, Karl. It's too easy.
Did people
so
enjoy
much
the
fun.
round?
Yes.
Yeah, but
Okay, that's all I care about. I don't care about scores. I care about fun.
Thank you, Karl.
All right, 19 to 23. Richard Saunders has joined us. That's great. So we're going to put him over on team 4 with everybody else.
Team 4. Cool.
Good night, Eve.
All right.
Bye, Eve.
Bye, Eve. Have fun. Thank you for sending me that link.
I
Bye,
can only
Eve.
hope people have as much fun doing the round as I had making it.
Oh, speaking of which, thank you very much. We need people for next week. We have Rob. Who else is going to give me a category next week?
I can do the bonus next
Okay.
week before I leave.
All right. Thank you, Eve.
All right.
I'll do a
bye.
category.
Bye, Eve.
Wait, did I hear Paul C say something?
Yeah, I'll do a category.
Okay. Oh, excellent. Who else?
I'll do a category
Vincent.
if
Do
I
we have
remember.
time?
If I remember.
No, I need you to commit.
Yeah.
Okay, Vincent's got the category. You're first. Okay, Vincent, Rob, Paul C, and Eve. Okay, got it. Thank you.
If the glove fits, you must commit.
Write
as
a
a-
paper note right now, Vincent. Put
As-
it right
as
in
a-
front.
As another note, just to see how far an AI could go, I asked an AI to make a chain as
Ooh.
long as it could. It was able to get it out to 30, and I was impressed at first until I looked and saw a bunch of titles nobody's ever heard of.
It just made them up. It hallucinated.
Well, no, they were real movies, but
Just
they were
nobody
like
would have
movies
known.
nobody's ever heard of. So, like, I think I could string together at least 20, 25 if I didn't try and include movies somebody has heard of.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do our bonus. And our bonus tonight is going to be by Gail. What do you got, Gail, for us to round up the evening?
Here's the category. It's the hottest chili peppers in the world. And these have been certified according to Wikipedia and or the Guinness Book of World Records. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a group of 10 peppers that all have some heat, but some have more than others. And let me explain how we're going to score it. I'm going to give you the 10, and what I'm going to ask you to do is put them in order. And
oh God,
what?
Are any of these a band?
Any of these, what? I didn't hear that.
Red
Are
hot chili
any of these a
peppers.
band?
A band? Is it a band?
Oh no, this is
As in
these
the
are
red
actual
hot
chilies.
chili peppers.
These are actual chilies. Okay, so here's how it's going to be scored so that when you do it, you know. It doesn't matter what the number is, although I'm going to give them to you numbered in alphabetical order. What I want you to do is put them in order from the hottest one to the least hot, according to how much of the thing that makes them hot, which are Scoville units. Okay? And you get a point for all of the ones that are in the correct order, but it doesn't matter what number it is. So, and this is the explanation. It's the order, not the number. So if you pick chili bad as number 4 on the list, but it's actually number 6, you can still earn credit for it as long as it's in the right order. In other words, when you look at your list, you're just going to rearrange the 10 I have, and any of them that are in the wrong order, that are in the wrong place, that is, the one above it shouldn't be above it, right? Those you get wrong. And then everything else you get a point for.
I have no idea what you're saying. I hope somebody on my team does.
I know, that's why I wrote the directions out.
I'm reading the
Try
directions
again.
and you have two contradictory sentences, one after the other.
You put the 10 in order from the one with the most Scoville, the hottest pepper, the next hottest, the next hottest, the next hottest. When I give you the answers, if any of them have a pepper above them that has less Scoville, you don't get credit for it.
You mean directly
as long
above
as
it?
you have,
yeah, directly
in
above
other
it.
words, as long as they're in
Oh my
order,
God.
you get credit.
Let me read two
Gail.
sentences and tell me why these are not contradictory. You will earn 1 point for each that is in the correct order, and you will not get a point for any in the proper order.
Look, you
What does
guys,
that
it's
mean?
not that hard. You're putting them in order, and if you end up and you get them all right, that's fine. It'll make sense. You guys don't
No, it
worry
won't
about
make
it.
sense.
I got
Oh,
it.
it
I
won't
think
make
you are
sense.
overthinking it.
I don't know if I can
Basically,
explain it.
list them from hottest to coldest.
Yeah.
Or hottest
And
to
throw the dice.
heatest.
We got it. Go, Gail.
Yeah,
No,
just
we
do
don't
it.
got it.
No, we don't.
It's not
It
that
does
hard.
make sense. So if you don't get
makes
it, Rob,
sense.
let
But
somebody
but
else.
if you
the
if you
engineers,
have
the
the if you
mathematicians,
have the
the data
least
scientists.
hot one at the top, that doesn't wipe out everything else, does it?
It doesn't wipe out anything else.
Okay.
As
So
long
I
as
think
the
that-
ones you
one sec.
have are in order, you get credit for them.
Gail, the question is, what do you mean by in order? Do you mean the guy directly above it?
No,
Has to be right.
I mean that as you look at your list, any of them in the wrong order, subtract from the 10. All the rest
But
you get
that
credit.
doesn't make sense, Gail.
Jesus
No,
fucking
it does. It does this way. If you say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but number 3 is really number 1, you get credit for the rest of them because you were in
Exactly.
sequence.
They're in
Okay.
order.
Exactly.
So anyone that's way out of sequence is going to be wrong. But if you keep them in order, so if you like the last one is the mildest one, you're going to get that point. If the one above it is 3 steps above it, you'll get that point. But anything above that was in between, you're not going to get that point.
Right.
And the way you can reach that is by erasing the ones that are wrong, and the ones that are left will be right.
I got it, and I'm the one.
Is
who never
anyone
gets
on my
anything.
That was
Susan's
well
on my
put,
team.
Kevin.
Susan's on my team, so she can help.
Okay, I
figure
can
out
do
the
this.
score.
I
Yeah,
don't
we'll
know
just
anything about
we'll just put them
pepper.
in order. We'll figure out the scoring later.
Yeah, we'll just score it.
Yeah.
Just put them in the
Okay.
order.
And there is also a bonus. So let me first give you the score, the peppers. These are the 10 peppers you're going to be putting in order by name. Okay. And I will tell you that here comes the bonus. The bonus is a hard question unless you kept track of this, which is why it's the bonus. That last a year and a half ago, I think it was, or 2 years ago, just about then, Guinness named a new hottest pepper in the world. It is not on that list. Okay, so the 10 that are there do not include the hot. They're fairly randomly selected. You know, there are literally hundreds of possible peppers that could be on the list. So I picked popular ones, and I picked some that were milder and some that were hotter. The very hottest pepper in the world now is not on the list. So
Okay.
the bonus is name the hottest pepper in the world. If you can name it, you get a bonus point.
All right, got it.
Okay, everybody got it?
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Guys, you overthink everything. Goodness. Norman, you have to be added into a room? Wow.
Wouldn't you be in Canada by now?
I was in a room, but then I dropped out for some reason, and I had to get back into. So
Okay, well, I'm putting you back in your room now.
okay.
We got you. We're all going to 4. Okay, let's go. Put him in.
Well, I see everybody. What's going on? Susan, how can I see the gallery view of participants? All I'm seeing is you.
We'll go to, well, right now it's screen share. Somebody's screen sharing. Obviously screen sharing.
Yeah, I can see that, but I can't see all my teammates. All I can see is you. How do I fix that? Do you know?
Hit gallery view in the upper
Where's
right
that?
corner. Okay, what is
View.
the hottest on here?
There should be a thing that says view, Richard.
I think the
Got it,
ghost is
got
the
it.
hottest.
Richard, I have this problem all the time, and I figured it out. Go to wherever you have your Zoom thing and look for the one that just shows one person. And if you click on that, it will give you the group, and you just move it over.
Right.
I think Carolina
Okay,
Reaper is the second hottest.
I've got everybody. Okay, great.
No, Ghost
I
is
thought
hotter.
Ghost Pepper was the hottest.
I think Ghost
Yeah,
is hotter.
Carolina Reaper should go below Ghost.
Carolina
Oh,
Reaper
it's from.
under
Is
Ghost.
it from hottest?
Hottest, yeah.
Hottest
at the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so jalapeno is really low, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
my
Scotch
God.
bonnet's pretty hot, but I don't know all of the rest of them.
I think
I had a
pepperoncini
jalapeno pepper straight from the plant once, and I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah, a lot of them
Isn't
you
a
don't want to.
pepperoni
Oh,
hotter than a jalapeno?
no, pepperoncinis aren't hot at all.
Okay,
Those
so
are a
they're
tiny
lower than
bit.
jalapeno?
Poblano
Yeah.
is very hot, but it's very easy to get it to be unhotted by boiling or
Well, it
Cooking
said
it.
this is based on the number of whatever that number ranking.
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
chemical.
Yeah,
I think
Scoville scale.
Poblano is higher than jalapeno.
Okay.
I think Anaheim is pretty hot.
Why do you think
Higher
that?
than poblano?
Yeah, I think Anaheim's hotter than Poblano.
Habaneros are pretty hot. I think they're hotter than jalapenos.
Where
I
do
think
they
they
go?
probably are. They may be like, well, they may not
Hotter
be
than
third, but
Anaheim, maybe.
they're hotter than Anaheim. So yeah,
Or
I'm pretty sure
or
Scotch
maybe
bonnets are
just
pretty
below
hot.
Anaheim.
Trinidad Scorpion sounds awful.
Trinidad
does.
Scorpion sounds like it belongs way up there in the
Yeah, I've never
in the
heard
rafters
of it, but
there.
there you go.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
I didn't know cayenne
cayennes
pepper
are
was hot.
decently hot.
Really?
What are you doing?
Where should I put them?
Under Anaheim. Above
Yeah, maybe under Anaheim. That sounds good. And I think Scotch bonnets are pretty hot too. Maybe under habanero, or maybe above it. I don't know. I've never tried one.
Does anybody know this pepper? Because I remember them coming out with something.
I remember the news item.
I
but don't
remember
know
it too, but I
what
don't
it's
remember the name.
If somebody said it, I might
thinking-
remember it.
I don't care what it is because I'm never going to try to eat it.
called. You don't have ambitions of being on Hot Ones?
No.
Is that a TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's where they interview celebrities as they eat hotter and hotter chicken wings.
Ugh.
Sterling got that thing at the restaurant that one
Who was
time,
in it?
Susan.
Was that a ghost pepper?
I don't
It was a
know.
Mexican restaurant we went to, and Sterling had to have, you get the meal free if you could eat it, and he got a bite and a half. I videoed it.
Yeah.
He's really embarrassed.
And then Glenn tried to eat some of it too, and then
He got a half a bite. And his
nobody
eyes
could
were
finish
watering.
it at all.
I remember we did the Brian and Baxter, the guys who were doing the ghost hunts in Colorado, and they were all into their little thing, but they do these ghost hunts, and to keep themselves awake at night, they'd have ghost peppers. They'd get pizza and put
Oh,
all over. I remember that.
Susan, I'm putting this in the chat because I have no idea how these are going to be marked.
So from what I understand, whatever's in order. So like if it's so if Ghost Pepper and Carolina Reaper are in the wrong place, but Trinidad, Habanero, Scotch Bonnet, and Anaheim are, then we'd get those 4 points. If cayenne peppers, so it's whatever's in the right order. It's like playing a card game or something. You're playing a.
The problem for me is that this doesn't make sense because if that's in the right order,
well,
then they have to be in the right positions.
No, it has nothing to do with position.
That's not what he means.
Everything to do with order.
So you can't get just one wrong. You have to get at least 2 wrong then if you get one wrong, right? Because
yeah.
I'm
not sure how to explain it. Yeah, it's not ranking, it's order.
Right, yeah. So like if you had the real numbers 10 down to 0, any of them that match the real number, those are right?
No.
That's not right?
No.
I thought that was
it's just the order. It doesn't matter if habanero is 6 and Scotch Bonnet is 5.
No,
that doesn't mean anything.
I don't. Then we have a fundamental.
Because I have I do not understand at all what you keep saying the order, but to me the order is where they're located in this thing.
Yeah.
So if you say that okay, these top guys are in order, quote unquote, but that means these bottom guys are going to be above them, and therefore
they don't count.
Yeah,
wouldn't count.
If the real number 4 was habanero and you had it listed as number 4, that would be right?
So
let me think. I don't know how to explain this.
So if Ghost Pepper was actually in the wrong, like say Ghost Pepper was actually the least hot for some reason, but and it was at the bottom, but all the other ones were right in terms of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then we get them all except that 1 point.
We get 9 points.
You get 9 points.
To me, I would have thought, okay, well, the way that she was explaining it is things about being above it and below it and stuff.
She was good how she was explaining it, but the answer is, as long as they're in order, it doesn't matter if they're in the correct ranking, like number.
So that
doesn't quite make sense.
We'll find out soon enough.
Well, you see, it doesn't have any numbers on there, right? There's no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But so say you have something like say we have 1, 3, 2, 4 here.
Just be glad that Rob isn't on our team at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
So 2 and 4 would be correct. 2 and 4 are in the
But to me, 1 and 3
it's possible that they'd be in the right order. Just if she mixed up the things randomly anyway. We'll see.
You're not scoring this, Avi. We'll have to have somebody else score it.
I think Gail can score it because I don't think we have not agreed upon what.
Yeah,
Gail's gonna have to score all of them.
I think
that's what I'm thinking. We're just have to show her. Everybody's gonna have to share their screen, and then
okay,
she's gonna realize that your system does not work.
Maybe this will clarify. This will clarify for me. What if these bottom ones, poblano, jalapeno, pepperoncini? What if those are actually the top 3 ones, but they're in the right order? Do they still count as right because they're in right order relationship to each other?
I think so.
But see, that's what's not clear to us, right?
So that would be 3 points.
But would that make all the other ones wrong?
Well, that's what I mean. That's my.
Yeah, that's.
I think the first
method just makes sense.
I think the first one, Ghost Pepper, would be if it was habanero, jalapeno, and peppercini, those 3 would be right. But Ghost Pepper, which would come as the 4th one, would be incorrect because it's in the wrong. It isn't underneath peppercini. So I think you get 3 points.
We will find out.
Yeah.
I may leave because I have to pack.
Oh, I haven't packed either. Deborah, I haven't packed. I've been doing laundry, so it's just got to be. I'll be done. And Paula's on her way here. She'll be here soon.
So are you guys going Monterey, Seattle, Seattle, Calgary?
I don't know. I'm getting in the plane in Monterey, and it.
Yes, we're going to Seattle to Calgary.
Okay, go for it. And
Okay,
we
ready for the
decided,
answers?
Gail, you're scoring we're going to show the screen to you. Everybody's going to show the screen, and you're going to score us.
You can do that, or all you have to do is, as we're going through them, any of them in the wrong place, subtract from 10.
Okay.
That's not what you said before.
That's not what you said.
All I've been saying over and over again. It's all you do, because any in the wrong place means the others are in the right place.
What?
You don't want to have to score
What?
it. If you have it the
This
fifth place
doesn't,
instead of
Gail,
the
what you
fourth.
just said doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. Sorry.
It's so
Just
sorry.
go ahead. We'll figure it out.
No, I think we won't, because we might all have different rules in our head. I think we do
Yeah,
need
I
to
think
get
we're
them
all
to
in
her.
it. I think we
She
have-
needs
We'll
to
let
score them
Gail
all.
look at it. There's only 4 teams. We can do it. Okay, go ahead, Gail.
It isn't that complicated, folks. You people are smart enough to this. It's just that it's different.
Clearly, if 90%
I think the
of the
problem,
people
Gail,
don't get
is
it, it's
that
not written
everybody's
correctly.
too smart.
I think you're right. They're overthinking it. Go ahead.
Okay. By the way, I'm going to introduce him again later. Most of these, and most of you seem to know that the names, most of the really hottest peppers are being created artificially. And Ed Curry is one of the great creators. He created the hottest pepper, and he just created the new hottest pepper. He said it took him like 10 years to accomplish it, though, by crossbreeding peppers to do them. And when they name them, they give them names designed to show how hot they are, because that's the standard here, right?
He really
So
should have spelled his
start
name
with the hottest
Urry.
All
And the hottest
released
one of the
varieties
list-
are quote created. That's what we do as plant breeders.
Okay, so I'm also going to show you some pictures, and the number is the number of Scoville units, which is how they decide that the pepper is hot. It's based on the existence of the two chemicals that makes the appearance of heat. Of course, you know they're not really hot, right? So the California Reaper, until this new one came out, was the hottest pepper in the world. And and there's a range because different peppers will have different amounts, right? Because it's just a plant. From 1,400,000 to 2,200,000.
That's ridiculous.
Scoville units.
I can't
And
believe
as we go down, you will see how these numbers keep getting smaller.
And look how it looks like a wrinkled brain.
Yes. They really get ugly when
people
they're
with
the
wrinkled
top
brains,
ones.
the only ones that can
Look at
eat
how ugly the top ones always are. The Trinidad scorpion, now we're up to half of that, right? That shouldn't be billion. That's a typo. That should be million.
So,
Then the third one is ghost pepper.
We got that.
Now we're down to only 1 million.
They look so different from each other. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So was the Trinidad scorpion developed there in Trinidad? Or grow there? Or
I
they
don't
just
know.
made up a name that sound really hot?
Maybe. Sometimes it could be
There's
either
a
one. I don't
Wikipedia
know.
page will answer that question.
Okay, the next one is the habanero, which we used to think of as an extremely hot pepper, right?
Yeah.
Now we're down to only 100,000 to 350,000, which is really a lot. And you notice the variety. There are all kinds of colors.
It's interesting.
A lot of the color depends upon how ripe they are.
The habaneros is so beautiful.
But if you compare 100 to 350,000 to the 2 million we had earlier, you can see what the difference is. The next one is the Scotch bonnet, which I used to think of as a very hot pepper. People wear gloves when they handle them, but it's 100,000 to 350,000.
Yellow.
They're the same shape, I guess, huh? But different colors.
Yeah, well, some of it is the color, and some of it is whether they're ripe. You know,
Believe me, Gail, I wear contact lenses. I wear gloves when I handle hot peppers.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
These
Or
things
I
are
would
really
be in
hot.
such trouble.
You know, if you think about it, something that's 100,000 compared to something that's 2 million, right? And
How
these
do they
things
have them on their
are big.
hand? Somebody had them on their hand in the picture.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The people who use them all the time, but if you touch your face, You won't be. You'll be very sorry.
Someone who does
You-
not wear contact lenses.
You can touch the outside of the peppers. It's what's inside. So the skin gives you a slight
Exactly.
protection.
So
In
it's not
fact, the
until you
part of
cut
the pepper
into
that
it
has
that
the
you need the
heat
gloves.
isn't
but even
isn't the
still.
skin. It isn't. It's the vibration, the things that hold the seeds. That
The membrane.
the little
that's the
fibers,
most
the little
heat.
The
membranes.
veins.
The
I call them
veins, yeah.
veins.
The part, not the seeds themselves. They have some heat, but the skin stuff that holds the seeds. That is where most of the heat is. The next one is the cayenne pepper, and again, that's hardly ever used in this form. It's usually used as a powder. But we're now down to only 30 to 50,000 units.
Oh, it's mild comparison.
Very much, but it's hot.
Yeah.
The jalapeno, 250 to 8,000, and they vary a lot. One jalapeno will burn your mouth, and the next one will hardly notice. That's why there's so much rain.
Some of them are really mild. Yeah.
Did we miss one? I don't remember seeing a ghost pepper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
did
saw
ghost
it.
pepper.
Okay.
Those are-
Okay.
I think it was
Sorry.
3 or 4.
And the next one is the poblano, which is less than the jalapeno. We're down to only 1,000 units. The Anaheim is even less than that at 500 to 2,500. So if you want a little bit of heat, Anaheim's a good way to go. And then the pepperoncini, only 100 to 500, which is why several teams were saying that they're often on their pizza. That's because it has hardly any heat at all, but it does have a little.
So Gail, if we got a run of them that was in the correct order, do we get points for that?
Look at the list that you have, and any one that is in the wrong order, subtract from 10. As long as the ones above the one you're giving credit for all had more heat than the one that you're giving credit for, right? The one after you cross them out. Just cross out any one that's in the wrong order. Not
That
the
doesn't
wrong
make
place,
sense.
the wrong order.
Okay, I understand. So my question is basically the same thing, described a different way. We got, okay, I'm clear how many we have.
I'm not. So Gail, I'm going to share my screen. Can you tell us how many we got?
Well, first let me give you the answer to the bonus. Did anybody get the bonus?
Yes.
It's called Pepper X. And
Pepper
it's
X.
scored at 2,693,000. That's his certificate from Guinness. That's what it looks like. And this fellow is now working on the next level that's going to be even hotter, according to him. He's going to call Pepper Y.
No, he's already.
Yeah. Why indeed?
He already has a pepper hotter. He calls it Apollo. It's 3 million, but it hasn't been certified.
He does. I haven't seen anything that says
I don't
he
see the point. Just
to get so that he could
just
be
eat
on the
10
slide with
jalapenos if you want.
Yeah, the
Well,
reason they do this is you watch him eating that pepper on one of the videos on YouTube, and he actually sits there and he chews it, right?
Ah.
I mean, he can do that, and that's because it's not real heat. It's an illusion, but it feels like real heat, right? And your body reacts to it as if it was real heat. And when you eat it a lot, you just get immune to it, and you need more and more to keep getting that reaction. And what many people will say is part of the attraction for the people who do this regularly and really look for the hottest peppers or the hottest sauces. This man does this is his whole life, is his peppers. And he makes all these sauces and peppers that he sells. He says that you have to start with milder ones and build it up to get to the hotter ones if you want to get to the hotter ones that they're creating. And he says that he thinks that part of the reason people love it so much is it's unpleasant, right? It hurts.
Yeah.
And that means your body creates endorphins. So just like the runner's high, this is
Or like it's like roller coasters, how people start out with the lower ones and they go to the higher and higher death drop ones.
Exactly.
So
it makes you sweat, and sort of you sweat out
your
all
eyes
those
and your-
toxins.
yes.
So if anybody's seen the
No one has ever
YouTube,
died from eating a hot pepper. 'Cause it's an
so
illusion.
if anybody's seen the YouTube hot ones, he provides
Yeah.
the peppers for half of the sauces that
Right.
those celebrities eat.
and he's been on the show a couple times explaining his process. But yeah, they have a new hot sauce that is over 3 million Scovilles, and it's called Apollo. But it's not certified.
Yeah, well, the sauces can be hotter because they don't contain just the peppers. They have other things in it.
Gail, it would be very helpful to those of us who still are a little hazy about this whole scoring technique that you would look at what was posted by Avi's team and say how to score that.
Okay, so here's Kevin's. All right, Kevin's team is you're on.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah. So Kevin
Okay.
is we're not that invested in team
I'll
names,
tell you
so-
how I scored, okay? This is the list that I top to bottom is what we ranked. Then I put the number that she listed. Okay? So if you start with number 2, it was not number 2. You could count it as a point, but you lose a point here. So no matter how you do this, if I start with 1, I end up with 6 points. If I start with 2, I end up with 6 points. I would say start with this one is a point. 2, this one's not. This one is because it's beneath. This one is, it's still in sequence. This one's
Right.
not. This one is. This one is. This one's not. This one is. So I got 1, 2,
exactly
3,
the right
4,
idea.
5, 6 points.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's exactly the right idea. All you're looking for is the order, not the number.
Yes, you guys see.
And if I started with 1,
That's not at all what you have said before.
if I started with 1, I get 1 point. I get 2 points. I get 3 points. I get 4 points. I get 5 points. I get 6 points.
Right.
Can we have the order
And
in
the bonus,
chat
I got
as
that.
well?
So I have a total of 7
Gail,
points because
please.
I got the
Good
bonus.
job,
I'm going
Kevin.
to put the PowerPoint in the
And
chat.
thank you for
Do you
for
have them
thank
in
you,
text
Kevin.
though? Like so
I
we can just
don't,
paste
but I
it in
can
chat.
create it
Yeah,
for you.
that's helpful.
All right, let's have the next team.
Does somebody want me to score for them?
Dinosaurs,
Yeah,
drywall, and dogs.
Kevin-
Oh my! Put
Kevin,
your
team
screen
1
up.
and team 2 have put their stuff in the chat.
Okay.
Okay, so put it up on the screen. I want to see because I think
Kevin is team 1, so he did his own.
yeah, it's done. 7. They got
Team
7.
2 is in the chat.
Put it up, Kevin.
Okay. Got to copy it and put it in my document here.
Hey, is my team winning?
Alan, you're not here. You screwed up. Your son
Okay.
overthought it.
Say yes, Avi. Yes, our team is winning.
So there's team 2. And I'm assuming you did it the same way. You put them in order, right?
Yeah, from what we thought was hottest to what we thought was least hot.
Okay. So if we start with this one, 4 is a point.
Wait.
10 is a
put
point.
the number on it like you had it before.
I don't know what.
No, in the,
Oh, you
no,
gotta put the number.
in it.
Oh,
Yeah, those are the question
Okay.
numbers, not the order in
so
which they're hottest.
Carolina Reaper is 1. Trinidad is 2. So that's good. Ghost is 3.
That's the top one.
That's wrong.
Just put the numbers on them and they will see.
Right. And then 4 is habanero.
I'm thinking that you wouldn't want to be around any of these people that have eaten
Scotch
these.
is 5.
Eaten these. If
I've
they
eaten
have
them.
gas or anything like that.
Anaheim.
That's usually not the
I
reaction
I
to
have
that.
eaten them.
Comes out to
Except
everyone.
Anaheim
except
is
pepper
9.
X.
So what I'm
Wow.
curious about sweet peppers because my wife cannot have anything hot at all,
Cayenne
but she eats
pepper.
sweet pepper.
Sweet
So
peppers
are
are
those really
mild.
peppers?
None of those are sweet, Rob.
No.
I know, but are the things they advertise and sell as sweet peppers actually peppers, or is that something else?
Oh yes, bell
It's
pepper.
pepper,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's very mild. It's not
Like
even
bell
a pepper.
peppers
Yeah,
and
yeah,
It's not
other
hot
things
at
like
all.
No,
Yeah.
they're sweet. They're like some of them
Yeah.
can taste like a candy kind of,
Bell peppers are delicious sweet. Yeah.
But they still are actually peppers, even though they're
Oh,
not.
That makes
Yeah.
sense?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
So
that
you
makes
got,
sense.
if I start at the top, I get 1. I'll do it 2 ways to get the highest score. 1,
2
2, 3, 4,
and
5. If I
5.
start at the top. If I start with this one, you got 1, 2,
4.
3, 4, 5,
10.
6.
6.
6 plus whatever you have for the bonus.
Did you get the bonus, team 2?
No.
Okay,
So
so,
you got 6
points.
points.
Very good.
You did get the bonus, Susan, by the way, so you can add 1 to ours.
Yeah, we got 7, team
Yeah,
1.
I got yours. You got 7. Okay.
Anybody else need help or you got it?
Got it.
I think I got it.
Okay, so
I think we've got ours. Karen, do you think we're 7?
Brandy has it 8,
8?
Good job, 8.
but they haven't called on us yet.
wait, we just did 8. That's you got 6.
No,
Brandon,
you haven't
Kyle,
called.
Carolyn, Janine, Jim, and Karen. You got 6.
Nope.
No,
Was-
it said team 2. That wasn't team 2. I don't know why they put team 2. That wasn't
Yeah.
us.
Whose team? Did
I
you
don't know
do?
why I wrote team 2. I
Susan,
was
just
thinking-
call on people, please.
Okay.
We're on
Math problem,
That wasn't
Avi.
team 2?
No,
You need to come
show
up with a
the, show the
team
score box.
Susan, just call
That
on.
was team 4.
Okay.
Okay, so team 4.
Show the scores.
Okay. So team, we do need to come up with a name because we don't have Jamie. That's the one that was just done, and I had 6. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the one that Brandy, Kyle, and Karen and you guys were playing with is 8.
Yes.
Okay. So Mike Waltz has left the chat.
I'm pretty sure we got 9
Damn.
And you won because of it.
Yeah.
because we had like everything in
Wow.
order except we switched a couple, and then we got the bonus. So
So you got 2 wrong.
if I I think we got a 9.
And not 8 in the bonus.
See? 7.5. Good job. Very
It was a
good.
little
By the
confusing.
way, Can
It
you
was a
all
little
can,
confusing.
can you all see from what Ben just said?
No.
10 minus 2 that he had out of order is 8 plus the bonus makes 9. That's all you have to do is subtract the number of the ones that were in the wrong place.
That sounds different than I need
Well,
the
but something
visual.
can be in the wrong place, but still be above.
It's okay if we
What's
don't
below it.
understand it at this point.
Once you saw it visually done, it made total sense. Good job, Gail. And peppers were a good one because people knew their peppers.
Robin,
And they're
I
pretty.
want you to do my category. I want
I
to give
love
my
hot
category
peppers.
to you, Robin.
I love the sweet ones. I love the hot ones.
What category are
Good
you
night,
talking
everybody.
about, Karen?
Good night,
So
Avi.
you know how we have
Good night,
mono
Abby.
rules? We have Gale rules.
Good night.
Oh.
I think
Which
Gail,
is like Carlotta.
Yeah, Gail.
Susan,
I
what
think,
time are you going to go to the airport?
what time is our flight?
I think it's 11:22.
We gotta check in, huh?
Are we still recording?
We could stop recording.
I'm just wondering.